everyone, welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Sunday. How's it going? Sorry, my wire just got caught on something that it normally doesn't get caught on, and that took me by surprise. How y'all doing? Hope you're having a good end to your weekend so far. As you can see, the 80s costume won today, so that's what we're going with. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor and like the stream, I'd appreciate it. Today we have all sorts of Sovereign Citizen silliness to take a look at, and boy, are they being silly today. We have another military member Sovereign Citizen, this time a Lieutenant Colonel. Yay! Mr. Magoo's back in court, trying to get a different lawyer, some various traffic stops, some nonsense from Don Kalam. You get it. Should be good. So, if you like the stream, do me a favor again on YouTube, hit the like button. If you want to help support the stream, you can always, if you're on YouTube, become a member, super chat. If you want to support the stream on Twitch, you can become a subscriber or use bits. We're also doing a tip goal right now where if we get to the $1,000 goal, we're almost a third of the way there. We're going to do 4 8-hour-long streams where we cover some stuff we don't normally have time to. Gonna be all sorts of fun. So definitely, if you want to help support the show, consider that. And with all that crap out of the way, we can get into it. So, let's see. I don't think there's anything in chat that I missed. So we can just jump right into it. Let's start with Don. Why not? Don's always pretty funny. He's a sovereign citizen that's a grifter. He tries to get people to pay for his basically sovereign citizen school. It's one of those online programs where you give them money and they give you basically a bunch of YouTube videos. Yay! But of course, he also puts stuff just on his YouTube channel for free, so we're lucky enough to get to see some of the slop. So let's take a look. Is he single finger typing? Oh god. Hey Freyline, how's it going?
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. You're now rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy, Don.
You're rocking to the sounds and vibrations of your boy,
Kalam, also known as Malik Kalam. As always, prosperity is your divine birthright.
Hey Trey.
Always got news you can use. You feel me? You can't lose with the shit I use. You follow me? I'm not a licensed attorney or tax expert. I do this for educational and informational purposes only.
How are you doing it for educational purposes? You just said you hold no expertise in the topics that you claim to be educating people about. So that's not good.
Where do I want to start today?
What good are disclaimers when your marks are too dumb to understand what the disclaimer even means?
Everything is a tax issue. Everything is taxes. Okay?
That's not true. A lot of things are taxes. Taxes are taxes. Everything isn't taxes.
Let's start there. I'm going to go there. Because if you take a look at 28 U.S.C. 3002, we're going to start at subsection 2, right? Court means any court created by the Congress of the United States, excluding the United States Tax Court. This is a federal statute, okay? So this is considered federal law. I don't like to say it's law because the supreme law of the land is considered a constitution or natural law or common law. Common law is truly the...
Why is he mixing common law and constitutional law? He's saying as if they're synonymous, and they're objectively not.
law of the republic, okay?
Does he not understand? Like, he says constitution, and a lot of sovereign citizens do this, where they'll say constitutional law and then ignore the parts of the Constitution that expressly state how to set up the legislature to pass laws. It's very strange, and also the parts that say that the states are, you know, sovereign in and of themselves and can set up their own stuff. It's just weird. It's like they think they can just use the Constitution as a shield against any statutory law that they don't like, not understanding that the Constitution gives the federal government and the states respectively their rights to legislate. That's part of it. That's one of the things the Constitution does.
Universal law is real law. You know? There's different types of laws. Think about it. You've heard of Murphy's Law. You know, karma's a universal
Your stove broke, so you made a cup of tea with a blowtorch? See, you're ready for the apocalypse. Good job.
law. Gravity is a universal law. So I just want to break down, people need to have an understanding of law when they're coming into this. Excuse me, I need something to drink.
This is some of the worst framing I've ever seen, by the way.
So that's what we're going to go over today.
So bad.
You have identity, status, and then standing. So what do you identify as? Because under 15 U.S.C. 4724E1, this is another federal statute, federal law. 15 U.S.C. 4724E1, the term United States business means a United States citizen. So if you voluntarily state that you're a U.S. citizen, this is going to make you part of United States business.
No, sir. None of that's true.
I hope this makes sense for everybody.
It's frustrating this is something, again, that sovereign citizens do a lot, where they'll look at a law or a court decision or something where they say something along the lines of a person as a definition can mean a corporation, and they take it to think that that means that all people are thereby defined as corporations, when that's the opposite of what it's saying. It's saying, as per the law, corporations can be considered people. It doesn't mean that people are considered vis-a-vis corporations. It doesn't go both ways. They assume it does. They assume because that cuts one way, it must cut the other way, and it doesn't. But it's the basis of, like, half of their mythology? It's very strange.
There is such thing as a national versus a citizen. That's the difference. The term national means a person owing permanent allegiance to a state. 8 U.S.C. 1101, 821. So, I need everybody...
Again, when he cites a specific law there, they'll use definitions that are for specific federal statutes and then try to apply them broadly to everything forever, which is not how definitions within statutes work. It's the definition within that statute. It doesn't even apply to all federal law necessarily, much less state or local law.
I understand when you can only control what you create. That's the number one rule in commerce. You can only control what you create.
They say that too as if it's an axiom. You control what you create. That's not a fact. Like, this is a hypothetical. If I created a killer robot, I don't have control over it just because I created it. You know what I mean? It's a weird axiom that they bandy about like it's just a fact that everyone agrees on, that if you create something, it's like some sort of like fact of nature that you must control it, which isn't how things work.
You can only control what you create. So, when you're using their documents, when you're using their certificates, when you're using their forms, you're voluntarily placing your essence on what they think is their property into their jurisdiction, so to speak. Now they believe they have rights over you. Now they believe they have some type of control over you. There's certain laws you can be under. You can be under. So you got to think about this. And I like to use the Amish, okay? Because everybody keeps chasing this Social Security number. They keep chasing this birth certificate. They're not using it correctly. Use it like the government would use it. There's no government official chasing the Social Security number. They're working for corporations that you volunteer that information to. So you can create these corporations as well. You can create your own car lots. You can create your own courts. You can create your own...
What? You want to create your own courts to what end? They have no legal authority. What are you talking about?
Corporations. You got to understand, when you get fined at a job, that's a form of court. And that's what's
Nice
going
to see
on.
you, Breeberry.
They're saying you
Glad
work
you could
for the...
catch live.
When you have a state ID or a driver's license, that's like being an employee.
Oh, by the way, I mentioned this yesterday, but I haven't mentioned it yet today. We are doing the YouTube member and patron-only live show after the regular stream today. So if you want to catch that, it'll be about 10 or 15 minutes after the end of this stream. You just have to be a paid patron or a member on YouTube. We're just going to watch a movie. It's going to be some kind of Halloween spooky movie. I'm not sure what yet, but we're going to pick one, and it should be fun.
For that state, you've clocked in now. When you show it, when you register your car, you've clocked in. You've clocked in. You're using government assets. Regis means king, so yes, when you register your car, it's the government assets. When you register your kids at a school, it is now the government assets. That's why...
No, your children are not a government asset. That's not how anything works. Why do they just make shit up? And I get that this guy is like a grifter, so maybe he doesn't even believe this, and he's just saying things that he thinks sound convincing to his potential marks. But, like, a lot of them do believe this, and they just say things so confidently. Like, I don't understand this idea that you just get a thought in your head and you're so confident of that thought that you assume it must be true. No further research needed. And it feels like they're doing this constantly. Sovereign citizens, flat earthers, other conspiracy theorists, they get a notion in their head and they feel so strongly about it, they just assume it must be true. They wouldn't feel so confident about it if it wasn't true. It's so backwards.
Why you can go to jail if your kids are truant, because that's now government property. United States citizen means United States business.
No.
15 USC 4724 E1. 15 USC 4724 E1. The term United States business means a United States citizen. Yes, I can't make this up.
You are actively making up what you think that means.
So,
that definition is saying that a United States business is basically a person. It's a United States citizen, presumably in the context of trying to say that certain legal standards apply to this company the same as they apply to individuals within the country who live here, citizens, whatever. That does not mean that the reverse is instantly true. It does not mean that every person is a corporation. Just because every Chrysler is a car doesn't mean every car is a Chrysler. Understand?
I want to bring up different types of law that you may not be aware of, and how it's, you got to understand, when it comes to the government, it's private families. You got to remember, you could have been from the tribe of Judah in the house of Jacob. So you got to understand, the houses make up the tribes. The houses make up the government. Government and tribe can be synonymous. You can interchange these words. Government tribe, government church, government assembly, government family. Private.
All words can mean whatever you want them to mean if you define them vaguely enough, I guess.
Families create the government under a form of amalgamation. And it's your family makes up the government too, but you're subject to the family as a United States business. You're subject to that United States business now. Because you got to understand title. Your title can be king, but when you're identifying with a birth certificate, when you're identifying with the Social Security trust number as you, that's making you a royal subject, a royal slave. That's putting you a slave to the United States system. Amalgamation is a combination of two or more companies into a new entity. And that's what happens with you. You've given up all your rights. You've signed all these documents. You've given up all your rights to these different companies. And I just need you to understand this. Being private is being sovereign. That's all it's about. Learning how to operate in a tax-free position and remaining private and handing down wealth tax-free. When you die, you can hand down your wealth either publicly or privately. You're going to have to go through the probate system. You have to go through the court system if you're utilizing things such as your Social Security number to get a car or to get a house. Then it has to go through the court system. So that gives true legal title
It will count.
to the government. You have equitable title, and then you have legal title. Paying.
I feel bad for people who fall for his particular grift, because he's so bad at it that if you fall for it, you gotta be just in, like, the bottom 1% of marks. Anyway, we can move on. Let's get into the titular video today. Let's get into the Lieutenant Colonel, shall we?
Go ahead. Not at this moment. Good afternoon. Hey, hey, Colonel, you want to roll your window down?
No.
Why not?
It's more of a rhetorical question.
Why are you detaining me?
I'm not detaining you, Colonel. I'm stopping you for doing 63 miles an hour in a 40-mile-an-hour zone. I need your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration.
Do you have proof of the speed?
Yes, I do. It's on my radar, ma'am.
May I see it?
No, you may not. 227. Send me another unit.
That's crazy to me to ask to see it right then and there. Like, they're not gonna show it to you, most likely. It's just wild. And, like, she's gotta know she was speeding. She does get arrested for DUI here as well. So maybe it's a substance thing. I don't know. I just don't understand the adamance of trying to see the speed gun.
I also had you doing 73 further down the road. I need your license, your insurance, and your registration.
Can I see the radar, please?
No, ma'am, you're not entitled to see my radar.
You're incriminating me on something, and you're saying that I'm not allowed to see.
Colonel, I need your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration.
I would like to see your supervisor.
227, can you send me a supervisor? I need your license, insurance, and registration.
When your supervisor comes, sir.
You also don't have a seatbelt on.
What is your badge number, sir?
1721. It's my permanent
She's got on a driving glove.
ID number.
Okay, your name?
Deputy McKenzie, it's right here, ma'am.
Thank you. I'm reaching in my phone.
Go ahead. Do you have the registered owner's information?
I know in this one, Steve, it's not a gun. It's actually a thing that's on their car.
10-4.
So I don't know if it would be different if it was a speed gun.
Thank you.
Badge number again, please?
1721. 227. She's refusing to provide driver's license, insurance, and registration or roll her window down. Is there a reason why you sat at that green light for several seconds? Just sitting there at the green light?
No, not really.
Didn't want to make your turn? With a green arrow, you didn't want to make your turn? No?
Is there something wrong about...
Sitting at a green light with a turn signal giving you the authority to pass through the intersection. Yeah, most people, when they get a green light, they drive.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm just curious. Hey, it's a lieutenant colonel. I had her doing 73 down there, and then in the 40 I had her doing 63. She sat at the green turn signal, and she's refusing to roll her window down or provide any documentation. And I figured, why not get you here before I rip her out of a car? Do you want to talk to her before I get her out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay. No, she didn't, but it's on the 14 from the registered vehicle.
Yes.
Are you going to roll your window down all the way?
No, can you hear me?
I can't. Problem.
I don't know. Your officer stopped me, and he won't let me see the radar.
You stopped first. Well, if you want to see the radar, you have to step out of the vehicle so you can see it. It's not a handheld device.
I don't have to step out of the vehicle.
You do by Florida law. So I'm not going to argue with you. What's going to happen is you're either going to roll the window down and cooperate from here on out,
What are you detaining me
or
for?
right now you're impeding an investigation
I'm investigating for what?
for a traffic violation.
What was the traffic violation?
I already
Speeding.
explained to you, ma'am. You're doing
Okay,
63 in a 40-mile-an-hour construction zone.
I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen. So either you cooperate from here on out, or we're going to break the window and pull you out of the vehicle and you're going to go to jail. It's that simple.
You're going to break my window and vandalize the car?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
you're going to go to jail
For what?
for not cooperating.
Cooperating or not cooperating is not a crime.
Okay, I'm just telling you what's going to happen.
I don't have to cooperate. There's not a crime. Ma'am, they're trying to get your license.
So
Sir,
you can
I'm
either just
traveling on my way home.
you can either go along with.
She's just traveling. She's just traveling on her way home. She's not driving.
Gas
Making
lock.
this a lot more difficult than it has to be.
Sir, are you the supervisor?
Yes, I am.
I would like to see the captain.
Okay, well,
I'd like to see the... Did she say she'd like to see the captain? No way. Hold on.
Sir, are you the supervisor?
yes, I am.
I would like to see the captain.
Are you the supervisor? Yes. Then I would like to see the captain. I will go all the way up to the president if I have to. I will find an authority figure that will allow me to get away with my crimes.
Okay, well, the captain doesn't work right now, so I'm the best you're going to get.
Well, I think I would like to see the captain.
Good.
So I'm asking you one more time: are you going to cooperate, or are they going to have to take you to jail?
Why are you taking me to jail?
Because you're not cooperating. It's just that simple.
Cooperating or not cooperating is not a crime.
Okay, but you're refusing to provide all the documentation that you're supposed to provide?
I'm traveling
Okay.
on my way home.
Okay, but the United States Supreme Court says that we can have you step out of the vehicle during any traffic violation, during any investigation. So you are violating the law. So you can argue with me all you want. In the end, you're incorrect and you're wrong. Whatever you learned on the internet book is all incorrect. It's not the truth. It's not right. The Florida Supreme Court has said, if I tell you to step out of the vehicle on a traffic violation, you will step out of the vehicle. So that's what I'm ordering you right now. You either cooperate and step out of the vehicle right now, or they're going to break your window, unlock your door, open the door, and pull you out of the car. And instead of just cooperating and getting a traffic violation, you're going to spend the night in jail. So are you prepared to spend the night in jail? Yes or no? Yes or no? Are you prepared to spend the rest of the night in jail? Huh? Okay, break the window and take her out. That's
Wow, that was almost a jump scare one. That was so quick.
yes or no? Yes or no? Are you prepared to spend the rest of the night in jail? Huh? Okay, break the window and take her out. That's
Yeah, wow. Didn't even wait half a second. Jesus. Well, there you go. There's that, I guess.
okay, break the window and take her out. That's
That was window smash was his held action.
Hey, that glass went my eye! Hey!
Get out of the vehicle! Get out of the vehicle!
Are you fucking screaming?
America, America, God spreads his legs on thee with something hood and something hood from sea to shining sea.
Put your hands.
Hey! You cut my face and you broke my
Why do you people watch me?
glasses!
Can we have EMS come check her eyes out?
Yep.
You need to send an ambulance.
I just requested it.
Glass is in my eye.
Yep. Just sit you up. Just move her over to
Watch my glasses, sir.
You gonna stay here and be nice?
Sir, my glasses, and you...
Right there.
They're right behind you.
Okay. There's glass in
Yep.
my eye.
We've got an ambulance coming.
And there is no crime.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is no crime.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Colonel, but there's definitely a crime.
There's none, sir. You're detaining me unlawfully.
Ah.
Ma'am, you refused to ID on a traffic stop. Oh yeah, American policing is crazy unstable deadbeat. Everything ramps up so quick. I got another video pulled today. I don't know if we'll get to it today or another day, but like it ramps up so quick too. It's bad. And again, she's wrong. She needs to present her ID. You know, the sovereign citizen stuff is bullshit and it's just annoying. But like everything escalates so quickly and so violently.
You will be getting sued. And if there is injury and scarring to my eye, you're going to be sued, sir. And you're going to
And
lose
he'd have qualified immunity. I don't know what to tell you, lady.
your job.
It's okay. Yep.
You did?
No, you
How
can't.
many of you are Brotherhood members?
What the hell is that?
You a Freemason?
Nope.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, she's actually cracked! Oh, fuck! Oh, God. She's a lieutenant colonel! It's me. Hi, Hannah. Hannah here, the last sane person on Earth, except I'm not sane either. We're all just fucking crazy.
You sure?
We're all mad here.
Absolutely.
How about
I'm mad. He's mad. She's mad.
you?
Nope.
What's your name?
Deputy Casey.
Deputy Casey.
Yep.
Ma'am, are you under the influence of anything?
No, sir, I am not.
Is there a specific reason why Lieutenant Colonel of the United States Air Force is acting in such a manner?
Because your actions are unconstitutional.
Yeah, unfortunately that's incorrect.
It is not correct.
That's what I just said.
Sir, there's glass in my eye.
Yeah, and we have an ambulance coming to check you out.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm almost positive she might be under the influence of something. Just, there's no way. Shame, it's a nice car. You're doing a vehicle inventory?
Yeah, she has a whole bunch of cash right here.
Whole bunch of what?
Yes, she's actually in the military. Oh my god, she's got a stack of cash.
50s, 20s.
What the fuck is happening? She's just got. Is this just a duffel bag full of cash? Wait, what? What is happening in this fucking video?
Okay.
She got receipts on them. Look at it.
I'll just go ask her. I don't want to touch.
A lot of conspiracy theorists don't trust banks, which is so much worse because she could get that. It could be civil forfeiture, which is fucked up and a fucked up thing. Overthought with 100 bits says, I will say things like PTSD and other stressors from military career may have had an influence on why she's fallen down this rabbit hole. It's possible, I guess. I don't know.
Just going through her bag, make sure there's none of that. No drugs in there. that she was
Right,
acting a little...
before it gets towed.
Coffee. She has a couple vitamins and stuff. Acid reducer.
That's a lot.
That's all she's got, an acid reducer.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah,
Maybe she's a part of a booster club or something?
maybe. And then I saw on one of her checkbooks, there's a check.
I have a feeling that if she wasn't a white lady, they wouldn't be first assuming Booster Club for the wads of cash.
Made through.
This'll go with her.
36,000.
This is gonna come. Are you part of a booster club, or?
No, sir.
I want to make sure this goes with you so you don't lose any of it, okay? Is this all there was that was in there? This is a lot, most people don't roll around with this kind of cash.
Sorry, I can't even see what you're doing.
Okay. I've got several stacks of money.
Yes.
Okay, we're inventorying your vehicle. Are you like a booster club president, or?
No, sir. That's my cash.
Okay. All right. We're going to make sure this goes with you, okay? And it'll be accounted for, and the jail will give you a receipt for all of the cash, okay? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So you searched my bag and you searched my
Funny she's blurred in this show. We already saw her.
No, we're inventorying your vehicle because it's getting towed.
No, because you're
As
searching
soon as your eye gets checked out, you're going in the back of my car and you're leaving. We are inventorying your vehicle before it gets towed.
Sir,
it will
it's
go to a tow
illegal
lot.
Seizure and
No.
search. It's
No.
illegal seizure and search.
Oh my God! I'm not taking this from you. I'm trying to make sure we have it all so that you get it back.
You are illegally searching my vehicle.
You know what? I'll just leave it in there.
It's not a search.
You just want me to leave it in there for the tow truck driver, like a tip?
Sir, you had to go through a book bag to get the cash.
Oh,
Yes,
my God.
to do an inventory of the vehicle to see if there's any valuable
Anyways,
possessions.
she didn't want to get out. Baton her window.
Carp Cozy, and thanks for a 5-stream streak, says, what flavor of cheesecake should you make? Chocolate.
Got some glass in her face. Just want to make sure she's good to go before we take her up to jail.
Well, I mean, we can't see if she's got glass in her eye.
Right. Well, like, you tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to be following y'all to the hospital or whatever.
And may I have my phone, please?
Are you wanting to go to the hospital?
I would like to. So that the eye can be checked out. May I have my phone, please?
Not right now. It'll go with you when you go.
No, I would like my phone.
That's
I
not
have
how
a
it
right
works.
to contact.
That's not how it works.
That is how it works.
Okay.
No, it's, look, this is how you ended yourself in handcuffs.
You don't tell me how to cop.
Sir, you don't know how to cop. Where is my phone?
Cop as a verb is cursed.
Where you last left it.
May I have the phone?
No.
No, you can
Yes,
wait.
sir. I have to call my commander.
That's
Yeah,
not
your
like
commander's
you
going to
cop.
find out, all right.
I would like my phone to call my commander.
No.
Who's your commander? I might know him.
My
Here's the deal. You're either going to get into the ambulance or you're going to jail.
Can you stop hollering, please, for just a second? Listen to me.
I would like my phone.
You are under arrest, which means all of your property goes with them. For now, you're under our medical care. You come with us. Your property is
EMT's
going with
trying.
them, and then you have to be booked into jail and go through the process.
Ma'am, can I have my phone?
You cannot have your phone because it is their
I have a
property.
right to contact.
Not when you are under arrest. You can
I have a
contact
right
them
to
when you
contact
get-
even during arrest, ma'am.
When you get to the jail,
Great.
when you get to the jail, you can
I would like
contact-
a phone.
For now, we're going to get in the ambulance and go get your eye checked out.
I would like my phone to contact those.
It's like a broken record.
Contact my commander.
Well, they'll allow you to get phone numbers out of it when you get to the jail to make your...
Ma'am, I'd like my phone
It's
to
not
make
gonna happen.
contact my commander.
If you want to get checked out by us and go to the hospital, then You come gotta with get on the us.
And I also would like my glasses.
You can get your glasses.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want to go up this way or do you want to go up the side where it's easier to get up?
We can help you up. Can you make that step?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll come to this side over here.
I would like my glasses and my phone.
We're getting your glasses.
We're getting your stuff.
I would like my glasses and my phone, please.
You're not getting your phone.
Why would you withhold my phone?
You can get it
Oh
when you
my god, she is so obsessed with the phone. You're not getting the phone right now.
get to the jail. They will allow you to get 5 phone numbers off of it. So once the booking process is complete, then you
I
can
have
make
a
your
right
call.
to make contact and call my commander.
You don't know the things that you were saying.
Ma'am, I have to call my
Not
commander.
a man.
You will call your commander when you get to location.
Where are my glasses?
We've got nursing
and my
staff at
phone,
the
please?
jail.
They do have nursing staff at the jail.
Because we're not getting anywhere.
I'll just take her.
They're just gonna call us to come transport her out to get x-rays to see if there's glass in her eyes. So we'll have to turn around and come back and get her and take her to the hospital.
Sir, where are my glasses?
Ma'am, I have your glasses right here. I noticed you have a concealed weapons permit. Do you have a firearm in the vehicle?
No.
None? Okay, thank you.
May I have the glasses, please?
You can have your glasses in just a second. I'm gonna.
And I'd like
I'll
my
take
phone.
the glasses.
Okay.
All right,
Hey,
we'll
let's
take
go
this
ahead.
out.
Ma'am, I
Let-
can't
They're
see.
bringing you the phone.
I want to count this cash in front of her just to verify its amount.
Well, she's gonna tell you she can't see it. I already tried that.
I don't think her hearing is messed up. I think her listening is messed up, if you know what I mean.
We're gonna count this money in front of you so you can be sure that we're not taking any of it. I don't want your money. I don't need
No,
it.
sir, you've already violated search
Just stop.
because you're
just stop.
searching and seizure without any cause.
And like, I don't even get like what her point is, because like I understand the point she's trying to make in the distinction that when they take the car, they are, in the colloquial sense, they are searching the vehicle. They are looking for things. They are inventorying things. But it is legally not a search. You don't have to agree with that. You just have to understand that that is what the courts have held, and that is what they therefore have the authority to do. It doesn't matter if you don't think it makes sense. It just is what it is. Like, you can't argue them out of something the courts have said they have the right to do. Even if it seems egregious to you. I don't understand.
345.
You're actually sheriffs?
47, 49, 51, 53,
Left.
55, 57, that's 570.
May I have my phone to make
Three,
contact, please?
573 in the first bundle.
Hospital or the jail?
You will get it at the jail. You will go to the hospital to get
Where
checked
is
out.
my phone so that I may make contact with representation and with my commander?
4, 5, it's another 500. Another 500 right here in 50s.
May
20,
I have
40,
a phone,
60,
please, so that I may
81,
make contact with
Another
my commander?
120s.
I've already told you now.
And you're
50.
detaining me with no crime,
4,
and you are detaining me
5,
with
another
no guilty crime.
550s.
I'm not
Carry
detaining.
around almost $2,000 in cash.
I am an ambulance service providing you
20,
medical care for the glass
40,
in your eye.
60, 80, 100. Another 120s. Along with
The receipts.
the receipts.
That can be handed to the jail when we get there.
Yep.
I've had to carry $2,000 in cash before. I used to have to do it regularly. And it's stressful, let me tell you. It's not something you want to do.
There you go.
Are you gonna go with them?
May I have my phone?
Stop it. Are
we
you gonna
going
go with
to
them?
Hospital?
You're
Yeah.
going in the ambulance
Walk
with
this
us
way.
to the hospital.
May I have my phone, please?
Perfect.
Hello.
Hi.
Walk this
Nice
way.
of you to be here. She's gonna get searched right quick.
Anything gonna poke me, stick me, anything?
Nothing should poke you, ma'am.
Anything illegal on you?
No.
Okay. You just have a shirt underneath here? Okay. Anybody want to give me a bag with a lot of stuff?
Thor, you got that plastic black bag with the glasses?
Radiology says the cops and EMT people are such a contrast. Give the cops the EMT training for dealing with such people. Training's not going to make a difference if the person wants to be an asshole. It's not the law that cops have to be dicks. They're just dicks. like they're choosing to do that.
Thank you.
We got it.
Oh, more cash.
Holy shit.
Okay, that's going straight
Oh
from
my
pocket
God,
into the
it's
plastic
even
bag.
more! Look at how much fucking money she's carrying. She's got to have like $4,000 on her. Come on.
What is up with the exorbitant amount of cash you have?
May I have my phone, please?
What do you tell you?
I need to...
appreciate they have a female cop searcher instead of the guy. That's, from what I've seen, that's generally the procedure. They usually have someone of the same gender search.
Call my commander and gain representation.
You know, you think
You'll find out when you're at the jail.
You'll be able to follow instructions and
I
understand
think
what
you're
we're telling
doing
you.
unconstitutional things.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know how to police. You're not a sheriff.
Okay, dentist.
Do you have
Stick
any
to
help?
dentistry.
Do you have any health problems?
Yeah, the obsession she has with the sheriff's office is like classic sovereign citizen, too. No, they believe that sheriffs are the highest authority in the world, basically, and that they know all the secret sovereign citizen rules. They don't.
Do you take any
She has
medications?
an inhaler in her bag. Is that something you use?
Rare.
Okay.
Oh, this is random, but it is spooky month, so I will bring this up. You guys know I'm a big fan of slasher movies. I finally watched that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey slasher movie. Terrible. Not even in a fun way. And I like bad slasher movies. I own a lot of bad slasher movies. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was not a bad slasher movie. It was a scam. It feels like the minimum viable product to be considered a movie and not be able to sue for false advertising. Just shit. And not in a funny way. I'm not telling you like, oh, watch it, it's so bad, it's funny. It's not. It's just terrible. There is a sequel. There's a whole universe. There's a cinematic universe of that series. I'm not joking. There's a whole category on some streaming service for it, and it's just fucking terrible. They got a Bambi movie now. They got a Peter Pan movie, but he's like a creepy pedophile. Bad stuff. Anyway.
May I have my phone to make contact?
So probably stick with Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th or the Terrifier franchise if that's your bag.
What is that?
What is this?
That is probably an instrument.
Yeah, Matt, you can see that?
No needles on you.
No, ma'am. May I have my phone to make contact with my commander?
You can make
What did she do? Speeding, and she does get charged with DUI here.
Contact when
I
you're at
got
the
you.
jail.
Yep, I got you.
If you want to just go to jail and get checked out by medical there and make your phone calls, then you can do that.
That'd be the quickest way for you to get your phone.
Poor Wes Craven's Shocker. I like Shocker.
Mackenzie?
I like like slasher horror movies with like a fantasy twist. It's one of the reasons Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite slasher franchise, is because it has the dream demon supernatural stuff. Shocker has, you know, supernatural stuff. I like Shocker.
Can you call my commander?
Is that silver thing? Was that silver thing?
I
Here,
can't.
hold on. I get the other thing.
What are they doing?
Is
I
there
mean,
a
I
reason
can.
why-
I can call
Okay,
command.
Yeah, you got gloves?
What are those?
Check that out.
Oh, that's makeup.
That's makeup.
Okay.
They're both makeup.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Right? Makeup?
Yes, sir.
The only number I remember over there is the law enforcement desk.
I only know staff duty. That's it.
Can you contact the command post and contact my commander, please?
Yeah, the first Terminator can be considered a slasher.
Can you contact the command post?
I would argue the first Alien is also a slasher, but both of the sequels to those are more action.
And
The jail
contact
staff
my
will
commander.
They're both great in their own right. Maybe better than the originals, depending on your taste for action v slasher stuff, but...
Care that for you.
Sir, you need to do it now.
No, I don't.
Yes, you
For you, so stop.
do. You do work for me. You're a sheriff of the county, aren't you?
But she said that you weren't sure.
The eye rolls.
The county just used it.
Do you have the ability to give me my phone so that I can make contact?
You still need lights?
I'm good right now.
Okay.
It's in the pockets. Challenge coin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where
Sir,
would you guys
as
be
a
taking?
soldier, as an airman in the United States Air Force, you must must contact my commander.
The jail staff will do
Okay,
that.
they will. That doesn't mean they have to do it when you ask them to right now in the field. Look at how many people they have here for her right now, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 people here just because this lady wouldn't give her license.
You must contact my commander.
Stop it. Where will you guys be taking her?
You work for the people of the
Stokely
United
Hospital.
States.
Okay. You're gonna want me to follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
May I have my phone to make contact?
You can use it
at the
my
jail.
commander and with representation.
At the jail.
Alright, there's like bunches.
May I have my phone to make contact with my commander?
Not right now. No, for the millionth time.
And I notice that your cameras are off. That's interesting.
Running. See, it's red.
Running?
And
Okay,
guess
good.
what? Red is on.
Good.
They record 24/7.
That's excellent.
24/7. They're
excellent.
recording.
May I have my phone
No!
At the
to
jail.
contact my
No!
commander?
At the jail.
Do you have anything in your boots?
There's nothing in my boots.
Okay, what he was explaining is if you have anything else on you, when you get to the jail, it's an additional charge for introducing contraband. Do you understand?
So if you have something on your person, needle, knives,
Instruments.
I have my phone to contact my commander.
No, that is your work policy. That is not our policy. You will do it at the jail.
It is not lawful to detain an individual without being able to contact anybody.
So you're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lady,
All right.
they're going to.
Are
You're
you
not
gonna
at
go
the
with them?
jail yet.
Okay, I will be following.
Like, even in, like, movies and stuff, you get a call at the jail, and that's, you know, fictive. Like, where is she even getting the idea that they need to right now, in this exact moment, give her her phone? Cthulhu Flower with a 15-stream streak says, her commanding officer should give her a dressing down. Repeated similar behavior should be grounds for less than honorable discharge. Yeah, I don't even understand how people like this get in the military. Like, she's clearly a conspiracy theorist that doesn't trust the government, but she signed her life over to the same government she doesn't trust? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. And Mr. Duck Sauce with a 45-stream streak says, just take her ass in.
Following you guys.
Okay. We're gonna need the cuffs switched to the front when we get her in.
That's fine.
Can you walk this way?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I think her thing said Air Force, if I remember correctly. Is Final Destination a slasher? That's actually an interesting question, because it's basically a slasher, but the slasher villain is just death itself. So it depends on how important you find the character of the killer to be in the definition of a slasher. I would consider it a slasher, because I think that the presence of death in those movies is enough to still count as a slasher villain, but others might disagree, and I would find that to be fair if you just think it's a general horror movie. But I would put it in the category of slasher.
Perfect. Michelle, I'm going to request that you submit to a lawful test of urine for the purpose
Oh my god, she's wearing a shirt that says "We the People."
of determining the presence of chemical or controlled substances. Will you take the test?
No.
No. Okay. If you refuse to take the test that I've requested of you, your driving privileges will be suspended for a period of 1 year for a first refusal, or 18 months if your driving privileges have been previously suspended for...
Butcher, Baker, Nightmare Maker is another underrated slasher. Yeah, the weird ant incest movie.
refusing to submit
At least that's the one I think it is.
to a lawful test of your breath, urine, or blood. Additionally, if you refuse to take the test that I have requested of you, and your driving privileges have been previously suspended for a refusal to submit to a lawful test of your breath, blood, or urine, you will be committing a misdemeanor, in addition to any other penalties which can be imposed by law. Refusal to submit to the test that I'm requesting from you is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Do you still refuse to submit?
Which Doctor Who story is the most slasher-like? A lot of Base Under Siege stories are, because you'll maybe have an alien or something loose and it takes out people one by one. So I don't know if I could name a specific story, but probably some of the Base Under Siege stories. I'd have to think about it more.
To the urine test.
Am I blocked from driving? Because I don't take a urine test?
Your license will be suspended for a period of 12 months.
If it was previously suspended.
No. It's 18 months if it was previously suspended. You can read it. It's right there.
Well, without representation, I don't know how to answer this.
It's real. So here's the thing: when you get issued a driver's license, you have to sign for it.
Fake them out, give them blood, breath, and urine all in the same container.
It's called implied consent. And when you sign that, it basically says, yes, I agree to supply blood, breath, or urine as a part of lawful investigation, which is what this is. So
it's unlawful investigation, but go ahead.
Okay. So do you refuse to take the test or not?
I don't understand the instructions.
Okay. I'm requesting that you take a urine test. We have these lovely little things here.
What I'm asking you specifically is by refusing this. I've actually taken 2 of these just last week.
Okay.
Okay, on base.
Great.
I'm refusing with you to do this.
But right now you might be drunk. And she does get charged with DUI, so I don't know if it's alcohol or something else, but they apparently do find her under the influence of something. Hydrate. Will do.
Does that mean I can't drive a car?
Yeah, your license will be suspended. Now that this is the first time, right, you'll get a 10-day, what do you call it?
And then where is this tested?
FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, actually gets shipped out.
It is
so
Florida.
So it leaves everybody's hands and then goes...
Yeah, it gets taped up, it goes into a refrigerator in our evidence, then they get it out and it gets shipped to FDLE.
I really trust that with what's happened tonight so far.
Nothing so far, nothing that has happened on camera has been illegal to my knowledge. I'm not a lawyer, so obviously, you know, don't listen to me about that, but like nothing has been egregiously fucked up other than the general American policing style, but you know, that's implicit.
And not doing this means I can't drive a car.
Correct. You know, you're driving, like I said, your driving privileges will be suspended.
Even though it's never been happened before?
Yes. Look, your driving privilege will be suspended for a period of 1 year for a first refusal.
Oh yeah, she sounds incredibly paranoid. She probably is. That's why she's into so many conspiracy theories.
Months if it has been suspended.
Conspiracy theorists sprout in the rich soil of paranoia.
Previously. So this is your first time, and maybe you're suspended for 1 year.
All right.
Are you willing to take these tests?
Teacup.
Okay. I will have to do this with you because, right. Come on.
So there was an update on this. She does get charged with DUI, but it gets dropped, and she gets remanded to the custody of the military. So, well, I think she only wound up with 1 charge still sticking from the normal police. I think most of her discipline is being dealt with from the military side, which is arguably going to be worse for her, so I'll let you know if there's any update on that beyond what I just said. Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to go well for her at all. So, let's see what's next.
Just like Chicago all over again.
Oh, they got kids in the car.
And this is where that shit come in at, right the fuck now.
What?
All the stuff that I've been learning to combat these motherfuckers, this is where it come in at.
Sure, it's gonna work great.
If I was a goofy, I would have stepped out the car, I would have let them search the car, I would have answered all type of questions. I'm not answering shit. It's on what's your address. Don't worry about what the fuck my address is.
Okay, here's the thing. So it's a good idea not to answer a bunch of superfluous questions to the police that you don't need to answer. But you do need to identify yourself at traffic stops. So usually you would do that with your license. You need to also give them your registration, proof of insurance. But if you don't have your license, your address can be a piece of identifying information that can identify you. So if you don't have a license and they're asking for your name and address, That's probably for identification purposes, and you do need to identify yourself on a traffic stop. Again, not a lawyer. Talk to a lawyer. I'm just saying, I don't think they're asking for his address for no reason.
Talk about a fucking K9 unit. Good luck with that, motherfucker. You think I'm stupid? Right, like I'm really finna be blowing fucking cannabis. All they doing is wasting motherfuckers' time.
You don't need to actually have cannabis in the car for them to ruin your fucking life, my guy.
Talking about, and it's Supreme Court law that for police officer actually step out the car, you get no, the fuck you do not. No, you don't have to step out the car. That is not a law at all, sir. Ain't no damn dummy. No.
So I was like, air shot of the passenger. What that got to do anything?
That's what I'm saying.
That's not even legal either. Air shot of the passenger. I'm like, when he got pulled over before,
I feel bad for the kid too. You don't really recover from having crazy dipshit parents. Trust me, I know. I had parents that were crazy dipshits.
I did everything from the window. So why you need him to step out the
Maybe
car?
not quite this crazy, but dipshittier.
That don't even make sense.
So there's a positive K9 alert, so I'm gonna step out of the vehicle.
What you mean?
There you go.
A positive K9. No, I do not give no consent. Can I talk to your supervisor, please?
Yeah, supervisor's right over here.
Okay, because I'm not giving no consent for no car search, especially not for y'all talking about your folks. No,
sir.
You do not have power to search the vehicle. No, I give zero consent.
You step out?
I give zero consent.
I'm sorry?
I give zero consent for a search.
Well, you don't have a choice in this.
Yes, I do have a choice in this.
We had a
I actually
positive
do. Y'all
K9
do not
alert,
have a
because it's
positive
probably
nothing. No, it
So you have to
doesn't.
step out of the vehicle.
No, it doesn't. Sir, I'm not stepping out of the vehicle.
Sir?
This is why I don't know why he was so confident when they said they were bringing the K9 in. Even if he didn't have weed or any drugs or whatever, like, they've shown before that they can get the K9s to trigger even on nothing. Like, it's a kind of a whole bullshit thing, man.
Step out of the vehicle.
No, I have my children and my wife in the car. No, I'm not stepping out of the vehicle. No, all of us are not leaving out of the vehicle. Because y'all do not have consent for a search. You stopped me because you said you had pulled me over for 82 miles per hour, whatever you said. Yeah. Other than that, I'm not stepping.
Man, he was speeding with his kids in the car too. That's not great.
Out of the car. Whatever ticket you have, you can give me a ticket and we can go along my way. I have 3 hours left to get home. I'm not stepping out of the car. I don't know you guys, none of that. No, I'm not doing it. Now I record.
I'm already recording.
Please, you got it to where you showing them?
Sir.
I'm not stepping out of the car, sir. I'm not stepping out of the car, sir. Anything you do is in violation of my rights.
No, it's not, sir.
Yes, it is. No, y'all don't have probable cause or nothing. No, you don't. You do not have probable cause. You don't have a search. Sir, you're touching me. Now you're touching me.
Did I see his response to Van Balian? I have it pulled up. I have not seen it yet, but I did see it posted in the Discord, so I pulled it up for today.
Now you're touching me.
Yeah, Van Balian covered this video, and then the guy in this video responded to Van Balian. So.
Can you stop,
Sir,
like...
Can you stop touching me? You're resisting right now.
I'm not, and that is not, I'm obstructing anything. I do not give consent. I give no consent for a search, zero consent. I hope y'all hear me. No consent for 0 searches for this car. 0. Sir, 0 consent. I give no consent.
Okay, they're not basing their search off of your consent. They're basing it off the K9 alerting.
I'm not giving no consent.
You have your wife and kids in the car.
I know, and that's why I'm protecting my wife and my kids. Y'all not finna put us out in no motherfucking... It is cold outside. I have babies. I'm not going outside. Zero. I'm not stepping outside. No, I'm not going in no fucking cruiser.
You're being detained right now.
I'm not being detained at all. Are you gonna read my rights? Am my rights being read? Have I violated any crimes? What crimes have been committed? What crimes have I committed?
That's what we're investigating right
There's
now.
no crimes to be investigated. You just pulled me over for a traffic stop, sir. Anything else is completely unrelated.
And then we had probable cause.
There's no problem. There's no probable cause for nothing.
Cause.
You brought a canine. You brought a canine unit for nothing, sir.
Phoenix Leftist, thanks for a 65 stream streak.
Stop touching me, sir.
Why do y'all have to take so hard?
You're not detaining You're not detaining me. You're violating my rights. You're violating my rights.
Do not tase him.
I swear to God, you tased me,
My
G. Y'all better not take my family out of this car. I promise you better not take my family out of this car. You better not take my family out of this car. You better not take my family out of this damn car.
Be so careful saying stuff like that. You're just gonna get the wrong cop that's gonna say, all right, that's a threat. I'm charging you with something about threats made to an officer.
I promise you better not take my family. Do not take my family. Listen to what I'm saying. Do not take my family. I do not give no consent for no search. I am giving no consent. None at all. No search. Y'all did illegal K9 unit search. He pulled me over. Y'all being completely fucking illegal right now. My wife is reporting. And I hope y'all know y'all getting a goddamn lawsuit. Y'all violating my rights. Y'all got me in fucking handcuffs.
So that's where that cuts. Then there's the second part called evidence of traffic stop.
Right. What's good, y'all?
So this is the guy that got
I'm
arrested.
home from a very first fun, but then somewhat traumatic trip from Minnesota. And have a video that should be uploaded already to YouTube by the time I upload this. If not, I will be uploading it. But I want to show y'all half of a
gun! There was just a gun!
traffic stop, or supposed to be traffic stop.
Is that a real gun? Just laying on the ground of your vehicle? There goes my monetization, by the way. Consider subscribing or becoming a member. There's a gun on screen, so this video's not going to be monetized.
That ended up in as a raid through my privacy.
Oh, is it a BB gun? That is better.
As you can see, they dumped weed all over the floor.
What state is this? Is weed legal in your state? Or are you admitting to... Wait a minute! You said you didn't have any weed! He implied he didn't have any weed in the video! But of course the dog signaled. Your car was full of weed! You just said... Why lie and then immediately get on camera and point out your lie? What are you doing?
It was in an ashtray. They dumped the ashtray. And they...
Yeah, hey, are you familiar with open container laws? Those apply even in states where weed is legal. You're not allowed to just have loose weed in your car. What are you doing? Be responsible with your drugs.
The floor wasn't like this Monday night. It wasn't like this.
Okay,
but
you're admitting, again, you idiot. I'm so glad I'm not a lawyer. I'm doubly glad I'm not this guy's lawyer. You are admitting on camera and posting to the internet publicly that you did in fact, and you were agreeing that you had a bunch of weed just in your car, just in the cabin of your car, loose. That's illegal. What don't you get?
Yeah, more proof of a raid, of my rights being fucking...
Also, who just keeps a bunch of weed in your fucking cup holder? That's insane. Get a Ziploc bag or something. You're gonna lose some of it. Like, that's disgusting. Like, what are you doing?
And they want to say it didn't violate my rights. This right here is my safe.
Oh.
My safe has been busted open. As you can see, it's busted open.
Yeah, I'm assuming that they searched it and they probably asked for the code, and you probably said no, and they got a warrant, or they had some legal right to do so, so they popped it open, would be my guess.
They went in here and took, of course, they went through my shit. I mean, he went through this, of course. So he must have saw this.
Oh, it's a Moorish American travel document! So he's a Moorish citizen, which, if you don't know, is a subset of sovereign citizens that mixes sovereign citizen ideology with black nationalism and pseudo-history. Basically fake history. It's a whole thing.
He must have saw this.
Probably.
Because he went through all my shit. He took my firearms.
Oh boy! Were you allowed to have those? Because usually if you're allowed to have them, they don't normally take them. Little concerned he maybe legally wasn't allowed to have those firearms if they took them as evidence. Probably not allowed to have those guns, or they were unlicensed or unregistered, whatever.
I had a whole bag of weed. This just goes to show you, like me and Naya both said, how they was on dirt, because they took them, how you take them all my weed, not damn near, he took all my weed.
So, to be clear, he was speeding with his children in the car. He had multiple potentially illegal firearms and a bag full of drugs. Well, that's not great, is it?
But he left me a pen, he left all my wraps, and he left this.
That's probably an oversight. He might not have known what that was. If you're not in a state that has, like, legal vape stuff, like my state, weed's legal recreationally, so, like, everyone knows what, you know, these cartridges are. It's vaporizer liquid. It's THC. Boop, boop, boop. You suck on it. You get it. The cop might just have missed it. I don't know, man. You're also admitting to having weed in the car.
I thought you're supposed to confiscate everything. I thought you're supposed to take everything.
Again, his lawyer must be screaming somewhere.
Drug related, everything, paraphernalia, right? They took my tray, saying that my tray was drug paraphernalia. They left all my wraps, which I'm thankful and grateful for. But this is evidence. When I post y'all the video, I wish we could have got the whole thing of the entire traffic stop. We only got them pulling me out the car, which is wonderful. But I wish we would have got everything else, but they told Naya that she couldn't record. So that, of course, that's against our First Amendment rights. So y'all gonna see the video, but again, we didn't do this. This has been like this ever since Monday night. They know how they left my car. Just like this. Now I gotta clean it up, but I'm recording
Does
this.
he think it's illegal for them to have gotten weed on the ground?
For evidence, though. This is for evidence. Because I got a court case because that I was traveling through Wisconsin with intent to sell. They said I was obstructing an officer. They said I was sell. They said I was traveling through Wisconsin because I got a court case because that I was traveling through Wisconsin with intent to sell. They said I was obstructing an officer. They said I was that I had a right to conceal and carry my firearms, so they took those. I'm telling you.
Apparently you didn't have a concealed carry permit, I presume is necessary in Wisconsin if they took them away for that reason.
I had a whole bag of weed. Now I shouldn't have had that much. But I didn't know. I didn't want to leave my stuff where I was. We traveling to and fro, so you know what I'm saying? But it all started from a traffic stop. How does a traffic stop end up in or even escalate to them raiding my car without probable cause?
That happens all the time. I assume you didn't give them your license because you're into the Moorish citizen SovCit thing. So presumably you didn't identify. It escalated to the K9. The K9 obviously procced because you're admitting you had tons of weed in the car. Like, that's probable cause, you dumb bitch. Like, what are you talking about? You're so stupid.
They said a K9 gave probable cause, but they needed it before then.
I wish I was like a nice, pretty person instead of like a gross person who just gets mad at people all the time and frustrated. I could have been a member of society. That would have been nice.
Yeah, so, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have the evidence. This is evidence. We're gonna get this right. Okay? We're gonna get this right. By May 2nd, so-called, or May 12th, whenever my court date is, so-called court date, we're gonna get this together. I promise y'all. But I just wanted to show y'all one more time what these motherfuckers did. They took my firearm out of the mid console. I had a Glock in the mid console. They took that.
He's just admitting to all of the facts of the
wallet.
case.
You see, you see what they do though? This is the Wisconsin. This is, by the way, to be specific, Columbia.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having a really bad dysphoria day. It's really bad today.
County Police Department in Wisconsin. I'm back in Illinois, but this is the shit I had to go through. And I'm gonna stay for the record. I just got out of jail. I spent 3 nights in jail because they violated my rights. And then to try to say I didn't have any rights, to try to say that my consent didn't matter.
I don't think they're saying you had no rights. They're saying that the thing that you think is a right is not actually a right that you have. And there's a pretty big difference between those two things.
Because they had probable cause. Just all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna get right though. It's gonna get right. Believe that. But I just wanted to make sure I recorded it.
So he did a response to Van Balian. I don't know how much of this we're gonna watch, but he did do a response because Van Balian, if you don't know Van Balian is a YouTuber who also covers sovereign citizens. He's probably the biggest sovereign citizen commentary channel. So he's usually the one that gets noticed.
What's good, beautiful souls and spirits of the Most High? It's me, Najam Mustafa Ali. And something incredible has happened today. I'm very excited. I'm very happy. Something that I have been waiting.
Who's VB Van Balian?
To happen has finally happened. I was reposted.
Is he gonna smoke a blunt during this? What an asshole.
I was reposted.
I'm gonna show you how much I don't care. I'm gonna smoke drugs during my response video. I'm very serious.
On Van Balian's page. I don't even know who the fuck Van Balian is.
That's okay. Someone needs to put together like a things not to do in your response video guide, because these are things that make you sound super salty and like you're coping. And number 1 on the list is gonna be saying things that very clearly imply that you don't think the person you're responding to is important, being like, I don't even know who Van Balian is. Like, okay, clearly you do now, though, because you're responding to them. So step 1 in your response video, do not downplay the importance or visibility or fame of the person you're responding to, because frankly, it is irrelevant. They did something enough that you're responding to them. That's all that matters. So let's not pretend we're not doing what we're doing. Number 2 is playing the ukulele. I don't know, that one's pretty fun. I'd maybe consider the ukulele.
I don't even know who this guy is. But apparently he feels important enough that he wants to comment on my situation. So, and a lot of you also feel the need, y'all want to comment. So here's y'all chance to comment right now. In the flesh. Hold on, let me get a chair. I'll be right back.
Edit. Cut. Oh my god, is he gonna go get a chair in real time? cut. There we go. Okay.
I hope you all that are commenting currently on my videos.
Okay. I also get the vibe that some people think that smoking weed or drinking or whatever during your response video gives you a vibe of like, I don't even care, I couldn't care less, I'm unbothered. But in reality, again, it just feels like you're compensating. It feels like you're trying to say, here's how little I care about you. I'm gonna smoke while I do this or whatever. It just feels calculated, it feels desperate, it feels pathetic. Don't do that. Terradona says, also, response video. What is this, 2007? Don't make me feel old. Don't make me feel old. I'm already old.
Stop by here to get a little, enlightenment. Alright, so...
Yes, performative nonchalance. There you go. And encapsulates it in 2 words. Perfect.
Oh, I gotta turn my torch on. The incident, it was just...
Step 3, also have a solid internet connection.
No context. That was half the video. I didn't even record interaction between the policy enforcers and I.
You mean the cops?
What you got was a small snippet. And when I get the footage, y'all gonna see. But to first and foremost address Van Ballion, when I did operate under the straw.
Oh, okay, so you're not really gonna respond to him in any meaningful way. You're gonna talk past him with your sovereign citizen bullshit. Because you're still talking about the straw man like it's a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing.
I had no crimes. 27 years. No arrests, no convictions, no priors, no nothing.
Okay, that doesn't mean you get to drive around
so you want
without license or whatever you happen to be doing that got them to stop you. You had the Moorish citizen ID, so I'm guessing probably no ID at minimum, maybe no registration on top of that.
To say that my weapons being confiscated was for some underlying because...
Oh, yeah, he was speeding, too. No, wait, was that the other one, or was that... I know the other one was speeding. I forgot if they mentioned the speed for him.
Straw. So you actually can't look the straw up, because it's non-existent.
I would agree that the straw man is non-existent. What that means, I think we would disagree with.
Besides that, you can't look up anything about my former straw, who I was. But if you want to look at who I am now, Najiam Mustafa Ali, in the flesh, the living man, I have no crimes, still. How is it that I'm still able to walk around with no problems?
You just had a problem. You were just talking about you getting arrested, so you do have a problem. You're psychologically excluding this incident because without it, it's like, oh, nothing's ever happened to me, but you're expressly and intentionally getting rid of the example that proves you wrong because it's devastating to your case. You're ignoring the Black Swan event that proves all of your beliefs wrong because it's inconvenient to you.
How is it? If I'm a so-called criminal, right? But you're talking to me, you're looking at me.
Yes, I assume you have a court date coming up about all of this. Maybe several, depending on if you get the charges, like, tried separately.
If I was a criminal, I'd be out in the streets right now, wreaking havoc. Doing what all of you secret society motherfuckers do behind the scenes, but that's the thing. I'm not no secret societies.
What? What is that sniff noise? Jesus Christ.
There's no hidden agenda behind me.
Your agenda doesn't need to be hidden for it to be illegal. What?
What you see is what you get. Okay?
So I want to make sure I address that. Don't ever try to say that I'm a criminal. There's no criminal activity coming from me at all. I served in the military.
As we all know, no military members are ever criminals.
Do you know? I'm a retired veteran.
Okay.
You
still need a driver's license to drive.
People want to look at personal, let's look at personal business. I get paid still, right now, from the United States military for my disabilities.
Okay.
But the only crime I ever did was standing up for myself, and that's all I did right there. We can analyze the video. We can analyze the stop. Anybody who really knows law, we're not talking about you people who get talked to shit and even know who created y'all.
Why didn't he record this? Why did he do it so janky, this asshole? H-Bird says, hey now, straw men can be dangerous too. And there's a link. This is where he has the gun. Yeah, Scarecrow with the gun. Good stuff. Where does he have it in this scene?
Ridiculous.
I'm trying to be careful. Does he have the gun? Oh yeah, he does. It's just so fuzzy you can barely tell. In like 10 years, we can watch that movie. It'll be public domain.
Curriculums that y'all follow under the goddamn General Board of Education. You want to talk about my gurus? I'm not even a fucking Moorish American. You know, Moorish?
Then why did you have a Moorish American ID? You showed it in the previous video.
Means somewhat of some sort.
That's not necessarily always what it means. Like, someone who is Jewish, it doesn't mean that they're kind of a Jew. It means that they are Jewish, that they are, in fact, part of that group. That's not true. That's not how any of this works.
No, I'm an American. My blood is from this soil. I know who I am. There's no question. Not no colored man. Damn sure ain't no black man. Oh, I know who I am. I know my race. I know who was created for. And it definitely wasn't goddamn corporate straws. And what a lot of y'all are under. A lot of y'all have birth certificates, social security numbers, all that shit, don't y'all? Especially the main ones in the comments. And oh, we wanna really talk. We talk about, didn't so-called Columbus Day just pass? Or now it's Indigenous People Day, my day, from my people.
The pseudo-history thing I mentioned earlier, if anyone doesn't know, Moorish citizens believe that, oh god, this sucks so bad to even talk about. They don't believe that the transatlantic slave trade happened. They're in denial about chattel slavery. So instead, they claim that black people are the indigenous population of the Americas, and that white people made up the story about the slave trade to hide the truth. It's pretty yikes.
Because if you look up O positive blood is one of the most, I have that running through my veins. So I know I'm from this soil.
The obsession with blood type is, there's a blood type obsession going through conspiracy circles right now. So if you're watching conspiracy stuff, you're probably going to hear more stuff about blood types and whatever particular meaning that person thinks their blood type has.
I know I'm indigenous. There's no question. So the rules of the corporation that was created doesn't apply to me. No, it doesn't.
He's so lost in the sauce, as they say. Like, he's so deep into the delusion, even his argument back is coming from such a fundamentally delusional place. How do you talk to this person? Like, he immediately went in the straw man stuff, and how would you have a conversation with him? You'd have to be like, hold on. None of this straw man stuff is real, and then he's just gonna argue with you about it because he believes it very deeply. Like, what do you do? What do you do when someone's in this deep?
There are rules that does apply to me, though, and which I do live by. I follow all the rules under the United States Constitution that was created for free people, not corporate. Do me a favor. Look at all the bills you have. People want to talk. I love this. I hope more of you start commenting, start subscribing, because we can really have some fucking conversations. We can really talk. I love this.
Van Valiant, what you did was the best thing you could have did. Fuck with me. That's the best that you could have did ever. Because the thing about me is, I'm not like everybody else. I don't operate like everybody else do. I'm a little different. I study. I got law books. You want to argue? I got signatures. Y'all want to talk about the forefathers in America? I got signatures you can argue with. You can argue with those signatures and say that, what, I'm not protected under those? I ain't no slave. A lot of y'all have a misconception of how this thing is going in the first place. A lot of y'all think that the United States Corporation is a country. That's why the government is shut down.
It is a country, sir. Rage System, thanks for following.
Stupidity. Y'all don't get it? How can you shut down a country?
Because they are no longer making payments that they have agreed to make. They're not doing payroll, disbursements aren't happening from like grants or other things. Like he's smug as if there's like he thinks that this is like a demonstrable obvious thing. The answer is because they stopped paying out things that they have agreed to pay. That's why. Like there's an answer to that question. And none of it involves the United States being a corporation. Governmental entities have budgets, and those budgets have disbursements. And if those disbursements are paused for any reason, everything grinds to a halt.
Shut down a country. Why is it that now gold and down? But y'all want to have this conversation? You really want to have this conversation with me?
He cut out. I assume he was talking about gold and silver being up right now. It's because we're in a terrible time economically, so people will often move money out of stuff like stocks and into resources or longer-term things like bonds sometimes. It just depends. But yeah, gold and silver have been doing well right now because the economy's taking a shit.
Italian, I know a lot of shit that you don't know. Or you probably do know, but you took an oath. I know a lot about you secret society people too. Y'all like to fly.
Okay, he thinks Van Valiant is a Freemason or something, so this guy's just a crackpot. Great.
Together. You mess with the wrong one, guy. I'm not arguing, no delusion. It's all facts. These are all words that come from 4 people before me. I didn't make none of this shit up. But you goddamn right I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it to the best of my abilities to make sure me and mine is protected. The problem is the lack of use out here. You have a lot of people who don't use what was already set in place for them by your forefathers. And you give yourself up to the corporation because you want their benefits. I don't let my blunt die out because I ain't got too infused in this. I'm glad, Van Valiant, I want you to know. I hope you take this live stream, and I hope you put this live stream out, and I want you to refute. You want to pull up case study? Those cases only refer...
Case law, not case study. That's a different thing.
State statutes. Statute. Bet you didn't know that.
Didn't know what? Wait, what? There was a skip that confused me.
You want to pull up case study? Those cases only refer to state statutes.
I mean, state court decisions are gonna be about state law and things that happen in the state, yes. He just thinks state laws don't apply to him, I guess? Again, no, sir. The Constitution that you're saying applies. It does apply. You misunderstand it, but it does apply. The Constitution gives the sovereign states the ability and the right to make their own laws for any issue that the United States federal government doesn't take a position on. Traffic laws fall under the purview of the states. So those are laws that apply to you when you are in the states.
Statute. Bet you didn't know that. I don't fall under no statutes. I don't have no birth certificate. I have no social security number. I don't have no IDs. I have...
You probably do have a birth certificate. You're just, I assume, under the assumption that you dissolved it somehow. But even if you were born somewhere in the middle of the woods and you didn't have a birth certificate and they never assigned you a social security number, laws still apply to you. Laws apply to everyone because when you're in a jurisdiction, they have people called cops. And those cops will arrest you when you break the law, and they will funnel you into the court system, which will then adjudicate based upon the laws and precedents that have been previously set within that jurisdiction. Period. End of. There's no secret password. There's no secret thing that gives them authority. They have authority because they have the power to back up the things they want to do. That's the nature of power. I feel like I'm taking fucking crazy pills.
Nothing from the corporation. I own 0 things. So they can't govern me. But there is a government I do follow under. Absolutely. No, y'all have it absolutely incorrect. Y'all be thinking, and then let me correct the thing too, I'm not a sovereign citizen.
Like, I'm just, like, imagine if I went to North Korea. Like, I'm trying to, I wish I could talk to a sovereign citizen about this and run this by them. Imagine if I went to North Korea and I found a statue of Kim Jong-un and I pissed all over it. I poo on it. I take a big, nasty diarrhea all over a statue of Kim Jong-un, and their police all surround me with guns, and they're gonna arrest me. Do you think I get to go like, I don't have a North Korean birth certificate? I don't stand under your authority? I am the natural person, and in the middle of a sentence, they'll shoot me to death. Or arrest me and torture me. You know what I mean? That's an extreme example, obviously. But it's an extreme example that makes the point that under any particular, like, jurisdiction, they have rules, and that rule is backed by authority, and that authority is backed by force. It's just kind of a discussion about how much disagreement happens before that force is applied, and how heavily, you know?
We can address the Moorish American thing, which you're 100% right. Well, you're not 100% right, because when I use that Moorish American, I do, in my eyes, it's fake, but it was honored by multiple institutions. Honored. The very thing that you said is a fake Moorish American ID. Like I said, I agree. It was made by a dude, Nine Feathers. I can tell y'all all the people I was scammed by. You're right, I did get scammed. I won't lie to you about. It went into Marie Butler and the what you call that? Enforce the Constitution. They scammed me next. And then I found somebody who's supposed to have been a Moorish American minister named what is his name? Igneous Bay, or whatever his name is. He go by Sparks. I like to dig deep. I like to see the bullshit. The thing is, I should have
Stop
been on
sniffing! The sniffing's driving me nuts!
Student. You talking to somebody who you want to look at my priors.
Nightmare blunt rotation just for the noises his respiratory system makes.
Well, before I started standing my rights, standing up for myself with the corporation, let's look at how I got out the United States Army. I got out the United States Army after serving only 2 years.
Is got out gonna be synonymous with was kicked out?
Because of the simple fact that I disagreed with the mandate, which is in the pen. Mandates does not mean you have to do.
Oh, he refused to get vaccinated. What a dummy.
A mandate is in the pen. A mandate to get the COVID vaccine, I refused.
So you got kicked out. Cool beans.
You know how many people told me that I was gonna get out dishonorably? See, I know when I'm doing.
I assume it ended up being less than honorable. Probably not I guess I don't know. I don't know the rules at the time regarding getting fired for the COVID thing. I'd assume at minimum it would be a less than honorable discharge, which is not dishonorable. It's basically you're getting fired from your job, but the military.
Doing something right because you have a whole bunch of people trying to tell you doing wrong. That's how you know. That's how I know, Mr. Van Balian. What you did was a favor for me. I hope your 200,000 subscribers see all that. You did me a service. You did me a huge favor, and I really thank you, Van Balian. I thank you. I thank you a lot. I really do. There's no hate coming towards you. I thank you. I've been waiting for somebody to put my shit for display. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for the public. It's about fucking time. It's about time. It's about time. It is about time. Thank you. Thank you, Van Balian. Thank you for the exposure. Thank you for your 200,000 subscribers. I am thankful and grateful. Oh, y'all thought I was finna bash the man? No, I'm not. He did something good. I wanted y'all to come to me. I wanted... Because now y'all finna really see what's going on around here. Ain't no games. Ain't no games. Oh, trust me, ain't no games. This is real. This is real life. It's been things going on behind the scenes that y'all don't even know. Y'all been lied to in the media, and now AI finna play y'all ass for a fool. Trying to tell y'all, man. Oh yeah, but back to the Moorish American shit. After that, I lost my apartment, which it was some truth in that though. Because if I didn't sign a paper in which I can actually go back and reopen that case, because it was a case for an apartment in 2024. I wasn't even paying rent. We didn't have a contract to pay rent. I was paying rent. I was paying rent, but we did not have a contract to pay rent at that apartment. I found out about the Moorish American thing, start implementing shit, and shit started changing. So then we get to the court system. I put my documents in, and it was a standstill. They literally called me in because I go see shit.
So did you stop paying rent?
You can ask about me. Ask Indiana. Ask whatever county is in Portage. Ask them about me. I went to go see sheriffs. Cause see, the thing about me is when I know some shit going on, I'm gonna go see. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to step out.
That's okay. A lot of really ignorant people don't have the appropriate levels of shame for their bullshit behavior. You can get better.
Did I get arrested? No. How they ended up getting over on me?
Yeah, that would be civil. It wouldn't be an arrestable thing. It would be a get the fuck out or we're gonna pull you out of the house thing.
Was because of Igneous Bay telling that Noble Drew Ali says pay your obligations. Well, I didn't have any obligations to pay, so what am I paying? And then when you look at the grand scheme of things of how all this shit is set up, none of us is obligated to pay any of this shit.
That's such an insane thing to think. Like, I don't like the system that we live in either, where housing is commodified. I understand that that sucks, but your solution, it's not even a solution, can't just be to ignore it and pretend it doesn't exist. You don't change systems by ignoring them. You're just gonna lose your housing.
Unless you are a corporate straw. A lot of y'all don't know that. So I signed this paper saying that I was gonna pay. Now, I was coerced, by the way. I was unaware of what I was. They literally had to, what the lawyer told me? The lawyer pulled me to the side. Their lawyer pulled me to the side to have a discussion with me. That's not even supposed to happen. That's not even supposed to happen. But
the sniffing, I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I stopped being a Moorish American. Because Moorish Americans is another secret society, just like the Skull and Bones, just like the 33-degree Masons, 36-degree Masons.
He's got
the Knights of
multiple
Columbus,
responses. Jesus.
The Templar, all these societies. It's tiers. Knowledge. Anything you join And
why does he inhale like that? It's slow. What are you doing?
Jump through hoops to gain knowledge is a secret society because all information should be free. All information. All information that'll help you better yourself should be free. All information that'll help you connect to source should be free. It should be, but it isn't. Why? Because they want you to pay for it. They want to make you pay.
He sounds asthmatic. He shouldn't be smoking then. He's trying to rebreathe the smoke in? Why?
But I ain't paying for it. I refuse.
There's a limit to the amount of THC that can be absorbed by your lungs in any given hit, right? At a certain point, you're just wasting it. You know what I mean? Just let it go, man.
I refuse to go along to get along. I refuse to believe the narrative. Do y'all know? Look up the definition of slave. You people want to talk about, you know, me following gurus. The gurus that I followed told me nothing of what I learned on my own. That slave is short for Slovakian, which is a nationality. So last time I checked, I'm not Slovakian. I didn't come from Slovakia. They say we came from Africa, so how do we go from being Africans to Slovakians?
We have failed everyone in the educational... Like, how do you even begin to address, like, the origin of the etymology of a word doesn't have to have anything to do with how we use the word. Things drift over time. And yes, he's a Slovakia. I'm so tired.
From being. Can we explain that? No? So the slave theory is incorrect. You want to start looking at other shit?
The slave theory.
The etymology dictionary. Start debunking words that people use every day.
You can't debunk words! That doesn't even mean anything! You can't debunk words. They're just words that people use and have a common definition. There's no debunking them. I see you call this your car's dashboard. Let me debunk that. A dashboard is a board to try and protect you from the dash of dirt and stuff when a horse is trotting in front of your carriage. But I see that your automobile doesn't even have a horse. So how could this be a dashboard? It's not how this works. This is not how anything works.
That changed your world real quick. Then you start looking up the Berbers, which I belong to. Then you start looking up the Ottoman Empire, the Barbary Pirates. It's so much shit to stumble into. So much shit that I know. I know a lot. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. I know enough to keep myself out of jail. I know that much.
Okay, but no, because you have current pending charges, so no you don't.
Don't know. You're still looking at me, ain't you? If I was a criminal, wouldn't I be in jail? How much time has passed? What you want to still talk to you? How much has passed? Wouldn't I be in jail right now if I was a criminal? Y'all wouldn't be talking to me.
That's not how any of this works. People get out on bail. People get out on personal recognizance before it's time for trial. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't be able to go on live. I've been going on live. I've been going to gyms. I've been doing everything since I got kidnapped. And that still active. For that straw. That case is still active. Yes, it is. Oh, but I put in stuff. And I'll show y'all that I put up.
Oh my God, he admitted.
For public opinion, this is real court, not behind them doors where it's closed.
All right, well, the court of public opinion, unfortunately, does not have the ability to put you in jail. The real court does, so maybe get a lawyer.
and they don't let you record. That's against the First Amendment. Every public proceeding, every public process, just to make sure somebody's not abusing their power, in which they tried to, but they're not. So again, Van Valiant, I thank you. I really do. I thank you. I thank you a lot. So, but yeah, you can look up. People doing it every day. They don't talk about it, but people are claiming straws every day. And then I looked up too. In the 1920s, people who was born in the 1920s, 1930s, and what they said that them people was. Nowadays, you see African American, you see black, you see all these other things. Back then, they was just Americans.
No, sir. They were often called what we would now consider racial slurs. So no, you're very wrong about that. The 1920s were not some magical time. That's pretty sure Jim Crow laws were happening in the 1920s, and segregation was in full swing. So no, it's not the historical reality of racism in America. I hate to break it to you. Look, I wish things were cool in the 1920s, but they weren't, and they're still not. America has a huge race problem, like a huge racism problem. It's not good.
Just Americans? So how we go from just being Americans to being colored, being black, being all these things, when back then we were just Americans?
That's a completely ahistorical view on the 1920s and American race relations.
If I'm a criminal, let every criminal...
If I do a SovCit video essay, may I recommend the title Grasping at Straw Men? Ooh, that's pretty good.
Hunting organization find me right now and let me be kidnapped for all my crimes right as we speak. But if I get on live later today, if I get on live tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that, still not behind bars, I spent time. I did. And that's the solitary. I do something to your brain. I was in solitary confinement for 4 days for no reason, for traveling. Somebody want to say that traveling is a privilege. So tell me, when you walk from your house...
Very true! Yeah, the NAACP was founded in 1909, Harold Edelman.
To the store, what is that? Is that not travel? Oh, it is. Okay, when you ride your bike and you're going to ride your bike to your friend's house, isn't that travel?
Cars aren't bikes. There isn't a law that says you need to have a license to operate a bicycle on public roadways. There are laws that say you need a license to operate a motor vehicle on public roadways. That's the difference.
Oh, it is? Okay, when you drive a scooter, an electric scooter, an electric bike, are those not forms of travel?
They are, and it actually depends on the area. Usually electric bikes are fine without a license until they go over a certain speed limit. Different states and localities have their own laws in regard to that, so you'd want to look it up. But over a certain speed, it does become a motor vehicle, whether it's a Vespa or some other kind of like motor scooter or an electric bike. There is a limit where it stops being just like a recreational vehicle that you can operate on stuff like sidewalks and becomes a motor vehicle that also requires licensing. That is a thing.
Oh, it is. So that means traveling, or else everybody would need permits just to walk outside your house.
No, because that's not a public safety issue. Operating multi-ton death machines is.
So how is traveling in a car different than traveling? But again, they say...
Sure, cars are multi-ton death machines. So we collectively as a society have agreed that it makes sense to have a bare minimum of licensing to make sure people can operate those vehicles effectively without putting the public in danger.
Public roads, but those are still the same public roads. That's a public sidewalk, not private. You're confusing. You're confusing terms, and that's the problem with a lot.
No, you're confused.
A lot of you people that don't do no damn research. Y'all spend all y'all days looking at Van Balian, taking his side, his perspective. I bet you he ain't pull up a fucking law book.
Why does he act like it's a big deal to own law books? Look it, hold on. Look, here's 2 law books. Who the fuck cares? You can just buy them. Being near the law books does not via osmosis grant you legal powers or insight. Holy fuck.
But he's commenting on so many people calling them sovereign citizens. I'm no sovereign citizen.
Yes, you are.
I'm an American. I was born.
Okay, you're an American and you're a sovereign citizen. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. Black's Law Dictionary request. What do you want me to look up, Nelson JD?
Here. My blood is tied to this fucking soil. That's what I know. I'm ancient. That's what I know. So,
right of way? Okay, can't do. Also, blood and soil. Not a great vibe. So if we could not bling up blood and soil, that would be great.
Other than that, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I have no idea. I ain't no solving nothing. So, but yeah, that's just my question. We can travel throughout this bitch in any form, but you need a license to drive a vehicle. What a license?
Correct.
License is a license is a permit to do something in which would be deemed otherwise illegal. If you
correct, and you're not allowed to operate motor vehicles legally on public roads without a license. Right-of-way, the right to pass through property owned by another. A right-of-way may be established by contract, by long-standing usage, or by public authority, as with a highway. 2, the right to build and operate a railway line or a highway on land belonging to another, or the land so used. 3, the right to take precedence in traffic. 4, the strip of land subject to a non-owner's right to pass through.
You didn't have it. So I know driving commercially with intent to sell things, like for instance, or let's say if you're driving a taxi cab.
No, this is why people are calling you a sovereign citizen. The belief that only those in commercial activity need to have driver's licenses, that's an incorrect belief that is hallmark to the sovereign citizen movement. That's why you're being called a sovereign citizen, because that is a hallmark sovereign citizen belief. Terradona with 45 bits says, and he'd need a license to fly a plane, but very rarely do SovCits complain about that. True.
Doing Uber or Lyft, or you are a delivery driver, or you work.
Don't forget, after this stream, we are doing a patron and YouTube member-only stream. We're going to watch a spooky movie together, so that's a thing.
Mail, any delivery, anywhere you're using your vehicle on the public roads to make finance, then you need a license for that. But for traveling on a public road isn't a privilege. It is a private road. You need permits to travel on private shit. Or it's called trespassing. You can only trespass on private stuff. If it's public, that means everybody public.
You can be trespassed from public, like a public park or a public office or something. You can be trespassed from those places under certain circumstances.
Do we not know our words, people?
Holy shit, this guy's way overconfident for how wrong he is.
Do I have to start having etymology class? We gonna start having classes because y'all are in trouble. There's a government shutdown going on 13 days, and y'all are in real fucking trouble. Y'all Democrats have failed y'all. Y'all politicians have failed y'all. Politics, multiple bloodsuckers. Shaking my head. You know, our forefathers wanted us to be competent enough to make your own decisions, not to have to depend on a government to make decisions for you.
Medicated person, thanks for becoming a member on YouTube.
If you depend on a to make decisions for you, that means you are incompetent in the eyes of the law, which makes you a minor.
That's not how anything works. Okay, we're not even halfway through that video, so we gotta move on. He just fucking rants. And he does multiple videos of this, by the way.
Pardon me.
Here's a second hour-long video.
That's good, beautiful soul and spirit. I learned from Amendment 5. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a... Look at his fellow man without his consent. Crew. Best believe I got it. Look at that.
Going through his books.
Do you really? Do you really? Do you really think that I'll be free, that I'll be able to talk to you all? As much as I've been talking to y'all, this is not my first time addressing this situation.
Then he did a final response. It's also 40 minutes, almost 3 hours responding to the guy.
This is when my fiat goes. It goes into knowledge for myself and for my family. Y'all want to say delusion? Tell me this is delusion. For all you people that saying I'm delusional, for all you people saying I'm delusional, what are these? What are these? I have receipts.
People really don't understand that their understanding of something can be false and they can still have a source. They just misunderstand the source.
I have receipts. I didn't make them. I have receipts.
You could also get a book written by a crazy person. But I think he's just reading the constitutional amendments and not understanding their actual place in American modern jurisprudence.
Let's read the First Amendment. Amendment 1.
Yeah.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's Amendment 1.
Okay, what of
That's
it?
Amendment 1. Amendment 2, not my words. A well-regulated
Is he just gonna read them all?
militia being necessary to a natural-born American. Any person be subject by it to the states are reserved to the states, respectively, or to the people.
Yeah, you're skipping over the part where the states have rights too, including the right to make laws about traffic, which they do, including licensing requirements.
The people. To the who? Or, it didn't say and to. It didn't say states and. It said states or.
Okay, yeah, and the states have the right to require you to have a driver's license.
Either the state or the people. Delusion? I don't think so.
Am I delusional? Look at my delusional interpretation of the Constitution. I can't be delusional. Look, I'm waving a copy of the amendments.
The problem is y'all want me to be black. The problem is y'all want me to think I'm a slave, which means Slovakian. The problem...
You're not a slave.
Is y'all concepts are fucking wrong. That's the problem. That's y'all problem. In Van Balian, you have a moral obligation for 200,000 subscribers to stop spreading lies. Start talking about the Constitution. You want to talk about sovereign citizens? Bring the Constitution up. Where's the video where you brought up the Constitution to support your claims? But you want to bring up case studies. We can bring up a ton of
case law, not case studies. Again, why does he say this like
case
this?
Studies. Also,
case law. Case study is a different thing. Case studies are a thing. That's different than case law.
Bring up what's that Philadelphia versus Mims? I think that's the case that you always quoting.
Pennsylvania versus Mims.
One of the two. Pennsylvania versus Mims, one of the two. Where it say if a police officer asks you to step out the vehicle, that you have to step out. It also says in that same thing, it says that if the police feels they are threatened.
Yep.
So if there's no threat, there's no reason.
You don't get to determine if there's a threat. It's not if the person being arrested thinks there's a threat, it's the cop. And unfortunately, due to the nature of subjectivity, that's always going to give leniency in favor of the cop to say that it was for their safety. And I understand that concern of that being overused. I do think it gets overused, but it is nonetheless something they are allowed to do.
You should be asking me to get out of my car. Read the full thing. Stop half-assing.
They're not, you dumbass!
The problem with y'all.
I'm so tired.
Y'all pick and choose information. Y'all worse than fucking Christians, bro. How Christians go in the Bible and they pick and choose verses they want to use to tell a story. They don't even use the whole thing in context. That's what y'all do. Y'all pick pieces. I'm not picking pieces. I'm telling the full
fucking
truth. You're looking at an innocent man. Again, I got arrested in March. Talking about a speedy trial. That's not a speedy trial. My shit's been delayed.
I mean, it happens, especially if you're your own attorney and you keep dragging things out. That'll happen.
I still don't have my belongings that was stolen from me. Stop being a fucking fool. Do your own research. Have your own mind. Google is accessible to everybody.
Use your own mind, and by that I mean Google things, and they'll tell you what you already want to believe is true. Yay, research.
Amazon is accessible to everybody.
Amazon?
You can get the same shit I got.
Oh, because he has a copy of the Constitution.
You can get the same law books I got. You can look up the same words and terms that I'm looking up. You can do it. You can do it too. But if you want to sit here and constantly just take people's fucking word for it, people who are not doing no studying at all, people who are misleading y'all, lying to y'all, you want to keep following people like that?
Okay, how about a judge who has done more studying than you because they went to law school and were also generally an attorney before they became a judge? Will you trust when they tell you you're wrong? Because they tell every sovereign citizen they're wrong.
Tell him to back up his claims. Where's his proof? I can show mine.
Okay, that's really weak proof because your particular interpretation of those amendments does not comport with the general understanding of those amendments in American jurisprudence as it currently exists. So you lose. It's not enough to convince yourself. It's very easy to convince yourself of certain things. You need to be able to convince other people. That's the issue.
I can show my proof. I don't have to hide shit. I don't have to lie about shit. That's one thing I want y'all to know. I stand on truth and only but truth. And truth does not have to be solidified by ignorance.
Truth does not have to be solidified by ignorance. I don't think that means anything. That feels like a phrase, an idiom an AI would try to make up, but it doesn't really mean anything.
It doesn't. It just has to be true. And as long as I'm with the truth, that's all that fucking matters. So I could care less. Call the forefathers delusional. The ones who set up this fucking government in the first place. Call them delusional. And y'all don't even know that they didn't even set it up. They adopted the Constitution. Did you know that? It was already set up before they got here because of the Moroccan Empire.
Oh! We know who wrote the Constitution. Like, we know like, even before the actual Constitution was written, the Federalist Papers that outlined a lot of the hypothetical stuff that went into the Constitution.
We can talk about it. We can talk about being a Moroccan, not a Moorish American, but a Moroccan. We can talk about that. We can talk about the ancient Morocco, not the 1950 Morocco that they put up in Africa. No. The ancient Morocco. Part of the Ottoman Empire, Morocco. Y'all don't even know about that. But y'all want to sit here and talk about somebody being delusional? I'm far from it. Yes, I may have a mental disability prescribed by the military.
Whoa! whoa, back up, what?
Yes, I may have a mental disability prescribed by the military. Absolutely. Yes, I do get paid for it. But however, I do my best to make sure I'm not crazy.
I feel like the lead has been thoroughly buried. What the fuck?
I'm crazy enough to challenge all this shit. I'm crazy enough to call bullshit. I'm crazy enough to sit here in front of y'all, regardless of what the fuck y'all commenting, because y'all in y'all feelings right now. I know y'all in y'all feelings. It's okay. I would be in my feelings too if I knew I was lied to.
He's such an asshole.
I'd be in my feelings too. I'd be in my feelings too if I thought that fiat dollars was real money. That digital currency was real money. I would be in my feelings too if I believe this shit all this goddamn time and not figuring out that it's a lie. That it's smoke and mirrors up your ass. Yeah, it is. Sure the fuck is. Clean up your ass. Clean up your ass. Smoke and mirrors up there. This is truth. This is no delusion. If I can pull up...
The Constitution is not a delusion, sir. Your false understanding of what it means is the delusional part. It's like he doesn't understand. The things that you believe are not in the print you are showing. The delusion is your interpretation. There is something happening between the written word, your brain, and then what you choose to say. In your brain is the problem, not what is written. It's your understanding of what it is written and what you think it implies about the legal system. That's the delusion. Like, you can take any, what is this? My Stream Deck Quick Start Guide, right? Nothing in here, to my knowledge, I didn't thoroughly read it, so don't quote me on this. Nothing in this Stream Deck Quick Start Guide is insane, right? It's just basic instructions on how to start and set up a Stream Deck. But if I was crazy or delusional, and I was reading this and I was like, there's secret messages in here about how I don't need to have a driver's license, and you just don't understand, just do your own research. That's the crazy part. Just because I go, see, this thing says a thing, doesn't make it not delusional. This isn't the delusion. What's in your head is the delusion, and you're using this to bolster it.
What I say to be fact, and if you deny fact, that means you're delusional. Argue with what the fuck I'm saying. Somebody please prove me wrong. That's the hard thing a lot of y'all have. Y'all can't prove me wrong. Y'all prove me right all the time, but it's hard for y'all to prove me wrong when I'm right. I'm right. I got the information. I'm erudite, not educated. Y'all don't even know the difference between that. Again, Van Valiant, it is your obligation. You have 200 fucking subscribers, and you're constantly spreading lies. You constantly taking these people...
No, he has 200,000 subscribers. You have 128.
Who call them sovereign citizens. Some may consider themselves to be. Some may consider themselves to be Moorish Americans, but not everybody is a part of those sects. Not everybody is a part of those fucking secret society groups. Not everyone. Not everyone sell themselves out. Some people actually get it from the motherfucking mud. Some people actually do the fucking research. And you looking at them. You're looking at them. Not stepping into those venues. And which, again, like I said, I have to object. And that's probably why this thing hasn't closed yet. Is because I did not object to them saying I made a personal appearance. Because I didn't make a personal appearance. I made no personal appearance.
128 total, not 128K.
My shit's been written in. So, that being said, I love y'all, man. I really do. Regardless of what y'all say about me, y'all probably projecting onto yourselves.
Jesus,
but it's okay, because I'm not paying attention to it anyway. I'm living my life. I'm happy. I was happy before Van Valiant picked my video to analyze, and I'm going to be happy afterwards. I'm just thankful and grateful to everybody who are now paying attention to me, who are coming into my lives, who actually want to learn. Even if you're coming to criticize, you still have to learn. You still have to listen to my voice. You have to love, regardless of how it's hitting your brain,
it's gonna catch. I'm telling you, open your eyes, wake up. So I know why a lot of y'all want to cling to this thing, because if
Okay. I think I've hit my limit on how annoyed I am by him, so we're gonna move on. Real quick, I gotta use the bathroom, so I will be right back. While I'm gone, consider, if you want to support the channel, subscribing here on Twitch, or becoming a member on YouTube, gifting subs, memberships, or using the tip link to get us closer to our XXL stream month. Let me see what I'm gonna show you guys while I'm urinating. Have I done this one? Here's Shelley Duvall's Fairy Tale Theater. All 26 episodes. Robin Williams is in the Frog Prince one. It's very 70s. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, let's do this one.
Hi there. My name's...
I'm not going to play this whole thing, because it escalates incredibly quickly, and the cops get real hands-on, but we'll at least watch the first part.
Officer Hake, just to let you know the traffic stop's being recorded. The reason why I'm stopping you is for speed, 48 and a 35. Not only that, I really strongly believe you're just not paying attention because...
I'm sorry, my fault.
For a cleanse, can we watch this fun and unhinged possum lady? Maybe a little bit.
My father's in the VA right now, and I'm in...
Rick M, thanks for 55 stream streaks, says I don't need a license to streak.
I just...
Well, we went about 8 blocks with my lights on, and you never even pulled over.
I'm sorry, I'm listening to this. I'm so sorry. Why didn't you make a sound? I'm not...
Because you weren't stopping, that's the reason why.
Oh, well, I didn't hear.
We went 8 blocks.
I didn't see any lights. I didn't...
It just means you're not paying attention.
Yeah, going 8 blocks without noticing a cop with lights on behind you is, like, crazy. You didn't look in your rear view mirror once in 8 blocks? That seems not great.
Do you have your license, registration, and proof of insurance for me, please?
I'm getting my lawyer. 1 second.
I don't need to speak with your lawyer. Can I see your license, registration, and proof of insurance, please?
What crime have I committed?
Speeding. Can I get your license, registration, and proof of insurance, please? Ma'am, I can't hear you with this window halfway rolled up.
Of speeding actually become a crime.
It's an infraction. It becomes a crime when you don't provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance, ma'am. How many more times am I going to have to ask for this? May I see your license?
No, common communalist. Earlier we had a sovereign citizen, which is a group of people who think they don't need driver's licenses and insurance and stuff, and she was in the military, which we've had before.
Registration and proof of insurance, please. Ma'am, are you going to provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance, please? Or does this have to escalate to an arrest?
If that's what you would be choosing.
No, I'm asking you to provide by law. Stop interrupting, ma'am. I'm trying to explain it to you. By law, on a traffic stop, you are required to provide your license, your registration, and your proof of insurance. I've explained the reason for the stop. I've requested the required documentation, and you're refusing to provide that, ma'am. Is there a reason?
I don't contract with the state of Washington.
You don't contract with the state of Washington? Do you have a driver's license?
I'm with the Planetary Federal Postal Judge. I'm a service processor and a...
You're a what?
Oh yeah, that's totally sovereign citizen made-up bullshit. They think that the Postal Service is secretly in charge of the world government sometimes. There's different sects of sovereign citizens who have different mythologies. But one of the big ones believes that the Postal Service is in charge of the world, so they started their own postal system that they claim gives them equal authority to the global postal union.
Processor and
service processor?
Yes,
What's that got to do with providing your license, registration, and proof of insurance, ma'am?
Constitution and judicial notice, sir. And I'm sure you're sorry.
Either Guru Win Miller could be. He's not the only one that uses that. I think he's just the biggest one, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Come in and...
Oh, he's already en route, ma'am.
Thank you. What's your badge number, sir?
You'll get that momentarily.
Okay, what's your name and your badge? Okay.
Is there a reason you're not providing your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
Just because I'm trying to get my lawyer on...
Okay, I don't have to wait for your lawyer. Okay, I'm not even going to speak with your lawyer, nor am I required to. However, you are required to provide your license, registration, and proof of insurance. And I've requested it multiple times.
Can you give me a minute, sir?
For what?
So I can get my...
It's got nothing to do with this traffic stop, ma'am. Grab your sticks.
I'm being stopped right now.
Put them on the front.
Officer.
Oh yeah, she's trying to film
I'm being stopped
now.
right now with an officer. I have...
Ma'am, are you providing me with your license, registration, and proof of insurance? Ma'am, are you going to provide me with your license, registration, and proof of insurance?
Can you guys get Dean or Janine on? 1 second, sir.
No, ma'am. Step on out of the car. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Step on out of the car.
Please don't.
Step on out of the car.
Don't. That's it.
Do it now. Do it now or I'll break this window. Step on out of the car. You're under arrest. Step on out of the car.
I'll stop it once she gets pulled out of the car. I'm gonna let you guys know I'm gonna stop it. It gets really bad. They and again, I understand that something needs to be done, but this feels so excessive. They pepper spray her, pull her out of the car, throw her on the ground. It's quite bad. It's quite bad.
You're under arrest. Step on out of the car.
Can you listen to my...
You're under arrest.
Can you please
step on out of the car. You're under arrest.
You don't want to...
Ma'am, I've provided you multiple requests for your license, registration, and insurance. Okay, step on out of the car. Do it now.
She doesn't. I do not have to...
I will break this window.
I have to show that.
Wow, you're kidding. Step on out of the car.
Charged with treason if you break my window.
Step on out of the car.
This is so illegal. I would not do that.
You can contest that in court, ma'am. You're under arrest for obstruction at this point.
Court. It won't make it to court.
Well, yes, it is.
It won't make it to court. You guys, I assure you, you don't want to do this. I'm with the Federal Postal Courts, okay? I am serving the judicial notice and global constitution to the world, and this is not correct. This is not what
you're being recorded, ma'am. Everything's being recorded. All your statements are being recorded. Okay? You have an option to step on out of the car.
He's recorded. And if he threatens to bust the window again, that's treason.
He's gonna do more than threaten to bust the window.
Treason. Step on out of the car.
Is this your
Are you going to step out of the car?
Supervisor.
Ma'am, are you stepping out of the car?
Which one is the supervisor, sir?
Are you going to step out of the car?
Supervisor. He's not here yet. Okay, then we'll wait for the supervisor. Do not wait. You don't want to break my window, sir.
I will here in a second if you don't get out of the car.
If your supervisor gets here, he will let you know you cannot break my window.
Oh, I doubt that.
You're being recorded and you can't face treatment.
Yes, you are being recorded.
Everything's being recorded.
Yes, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
We know. We highly know this.
6 David 1 ETA.
Creating necromancy and trying to put me in jail.
Yeah, she's on the phone with a SovCit guru.
Oh, you are going to jail.
I do not.
You're under arrest at this point, ma'am.
I'm a free woman. I'm not a cop. I'm not a corporation. You can't contract with me. I am a free woman, a blood, flesh, breathing woman. I don't.
Okay, I'm not disputing that, but you are under arrest.
Your supervisor will tell you different, sir.
Has he set an ETA?
216 in fact is coming right now.
I will wait for the supervisor. Can I have your guys' brown? Can I have your badge number?
It'll be on the arrest report, ma'am.
What's your badge numbers?
It'll be on the arrest report.
2301. And what's yours?
It'll all be in the paperwork.
2302. What's your badge number?
Yeah, it is.
Ma'am, do me a favor, turn the car off, please, and put the keys on the dash.
There's keyless.
Then just shut the car off, please. Put it in park.
It is in park.
Thank you.
A few moments later, a sergeant arrives to the scene.
All right, she's refusing. She's under arrest for obstruction at this point. She refused to provide identification, registration, proof of insurance.
Woman.
Okay.
I'm not a corporation.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to get out of the car. We're going to pull you out of the car by force.
He just said he's going to pull me out of the car.
I repeat,
a living woman, and this is treason, sir.
Nope. It's a traffic stop under Revised Code of Washington, Title 46. I got one. Are you going to step out of the vehicle, or are you going to be taken out by force?
I haven't done anything.
You are under arrest for failure to provide ID. Are you going to step out?
Well, the speeding is...
Are you going to step out?
You can give me a warning? Sir, can you please don't? Please don't. Okay.
Step out of the car. Do it now.
Are you going to step out of the car?
Step out of the car. Do it now.
Oh, this is bull. Like, they're in the middle of a conversation. The cop who's, like, upset fucking maces her while she's in the car still, and his boss is trying to talk to her.
Are you gonna step out of the car?
Step out of the car. Do it now.
Like, look at him. He just... Boom.
Step out. You're going to...
Oh, that car's fucked now, too, because he's pepper sprayed in the fucking car. Oh, yeah. And that's where I'm gonna cut it, because things get bad. Like, don't get me wrong, she's a sovereign citizen, she needs to identify herself, she can't be driving without a license and stuff, but, like, it gets bad, folks. It gets real bad. Anyway, here's some possums, I guess.
Well, hello, and happy incipient Samhain, or All Hallows Eve, or Halloween. It's the time when the veil between the worlds is the thinnest. This is the time that we honor our departed ancestors or personal heroes or sheroes. It's also the time that we dress up and threaten our neighbors. Trick or treat. Now, this year, Potato has decided to go as a princess. Isn't he fetching? Passion
His
fruit
name
has
is
quite
Potato.
made up her mind. We're thinking of a court jester. That's kind of cute. Or maybe, let's see, maybe a floozy. Or, oh, look, a member of a mariachi band. That's pretty cute. Okay. Or, oh, we have so many options. You could be a scholar or a fashionista. That's my favorite, but fashionistas are the most difficult to maintain. Now, if a possum comes to your house this year, remember, their favorite treat is fillet of a fenny snake. In a cauldron, boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog, adders fort, and blind worms sting. Lizard leg and howl its wing like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Or, if you prefer, you can simply give it a grape. You know, the
I hope I have a good witchy old lady vibe when I get older.
possum's favorite trick.
I don't know what my vibe is now, but it doesn't pass the vibe check, whatever the kids mean by that.
It's to poop on the stoop. Oh, aren't they just cut-ups, though? Oh, what? You know, Mr. Elephant has been acting out a lot lately. Where is the ecstasy when you need it? Did you know that ecstasy was developed as a tranquilizer for elephants? So for those of you still using it, and I mean you, Douglas Burmeister, think about it. Okay, all right. Yes, all right. As we all know by now, the vast majority of possums belong outside. So if you see one there, leave it there. If you come across an ill, injured, or orphaned possum, contact a professional wildlife rehabilitator immediately. If after all this you're still left with a possum or two, well, dress them up, exploit them. Let them earn their keep. What? What? Oh, Mr. Elephant, why are you so mad at me? You know I am a staunch supporter. Right, we start? Okay. A staunch supporter of treating wildlife with the dignity and respect that they deserve. 911. I'd like to report that the elephant in the room is seeming a bit unstable. Bye for now. Bye.
She's very cute. That was a cute video. Good for her. Alright, let's see what is next.
Called the United States, commerce speaks in franchise words.
Oh boy.
In the land of the free we call the United States, commerce speaks in franchise words, legalese, where everyday terms are contracts in disguise. Do you understand? In this world, saying yes means you stand under, accepting their jurisdiction with a single syllable.
No, that's not how things work. Again, it's like they want it to be a contract thing, but they've never heard of an unconscionable contract. You can't unknowingly sign a contract. It wouldn't be a contract then. That's not how contracts work.
A signature isn't just ink. It's presented as a sign of nature, proof of life.
Oh yeah, there's tons of conspiracy AI slop now. It's garbage. Night Rageology.
Treated like consent, a key to unlock public access to your social security trust and birth certificate. Now a parent is a pair who rents, title on loan from a parent corporation. Child is property of the parent corporation.
Yeah, none of that's true. This is Don Kalam's. Don's been putting this shit out, and it's just the same terrible crap he always says. Ugh, Don.
Sounds and vibrations of your boy, Don Kalam. Also known as Malik Kalam. That's always prosperity is your divine birth.
But we already watched him today, so we'll do something else. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So Glasgow, in Scotland, apparently deals with a lot of sovereign citizens. So on their page about council tax, they have a frequently asked questions sections, all entirely put towards sovereign citizens. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at their frequently asked questions for sovereign citizens. Challenges to council tax, sovereign citizens, and others. The sovereign citizen movement and other groups, including the Freemen on the Land and Sovereign Scot movements, of course there's a movement called the Sovereign Scots, who are opposed to the payment of council tax frequently contend that they are not required to pay as they do not recognize statute law. Refusal to pay council tax on the basis that you have not agreed to this, or claim not to be bound by the relevant legislation, will not serve to avoid your liability to pay the charge, and will only add costs to the amount you have to pay. Refusal to pay will result in the council taking action to recover outstanding sums, including through the courts. Before you rely on the information circulated by these groups, read the information on this page and, if necessary, take independent legal advice from a solicitor or an official organization such as Glasgow's Advice and Information Services. Contact details are provided below. The examples below are some of the statements that are frequently made by these groups in order to support their stance of non-payment of council tax, together with explanations as to why these are not valid arguments. So here's the first one. I am a sovereign citizen. I am not required to pay council tax. I gotta do the accent. Oh, that would go bad. You don't want to hear me do a Scottish accent. Declaring yourself to be a sovereign citizen or equivalent does not exempt you from paying council tax. The liability of a person to pay council tax is determined by the legislation we have referred to above. The arguments that sovereign citizens don't have to pay council tax or are exempt from other laws have been determined by the courts in various countries and around the world to be found to be invalid. Just do Shrek? You think I can do Shrek? I cannot do it! I cannot do Shrek! Why did I even do that? That was profoundly embarrassing. Anyway, I do not give my consent to hold and process my personal data. The council does not require the consent of those required to pay council tax, and it is entitled to hold and process the personal data of such persons in order to discharge its statutory duties in terms of Article 6.1c of the UK General Data Protection Regulation without the consent of those persons. Indeed, the GDPR makes it clear that consent is unlikely ever to be a legal basis on which a public authority, such as the council, possesses the personal data of individuals. This applies to almost all processing of personal data by the council, not just to processing of personal data for council tax purposes. You can find details on how we process your data on this website, along with specific articles on the distinction between consent for data protection purposes and choosing to take up the offer of a service which the council provides, available here. That was more Scotty than it was. That was more Scotty. Listen. Doing is the closest thing to Scottish I'm allowed to hear, okay? How many Scottish accents do you think I hear in my life? Not many. Basically just David Tennant's when he's not doing the doctor. Sean Connery? I haven't seen that many Sean Connery movies. So. Glasgow City Council is registered under Duns and appears to be a not-for-profit company that's unable to demand council tax. Answer. Glasgow City Council is a council established by the local government, etc., Scotland Act 1994, and is not a company formed under the Companies Acts. The council does own a company, GCC LLP Investments Limited, company number SC304909, but this is not the same as the council. It is the council, not this company, which levies and collects council tax. Glasgow City Council is required to establish a contract with me in order to collect council tax. Council tax is imposed upon persons who are liable to pay it under the authority of the Local Government Finance Act 1992. It is not a contract, and therefore the council does not have to demonstrate that a contract exists, that there was relevant consideration, or that you were properly invoiced under such a contract. Council tax is a property-based tax, and not a receipt for services. Glasgow City Council has not followed the correct correct procedure to collect tax. Both the Local Government Finance Act of 1992 and Council Tax Regulations 1992, as amended, provide the statutory basis for the issuance of council tax notices, and council tax collection is predominantly governed by this legislation. The council is compelled by law to collect council taxes detailed on the most recently issued demand notice. Where payment is not received in accordance with the installment profile as detailed in the annual bill, the council is required to issue statutory documentation advising the charge payer of the arrears position. It also advises any subsequent action should there be a failure to comply with the follow-up notice. You get it. I just think it's awesome that they did an entire Q&A just for these people. Oh, here's a good one. Ancient laws supposedly make the council's actions unlawful. We've received representations from individuals to the effect that the council is acting unlawfully because of the provisions of the Magna Carta, the Bill of Rights, the Bills of Exchange Act 1882, or any number of other very old and legally irrelevant laws. Or alternatively, we're acting unlawfully because we're applying statute law or admiralty law rather than the common law. Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights are not and have never been part of the law of Scotland, and neither the Bills of Exchange Act of 1882 nor any of the other old statutes referred to these representations have any relevance or bearing on the issue of liability for council tax. We do not apply admiralty law. Admiralty law provides the framework for international trade and again has no relevance or bearing on the issue of liability for council tax. We do indeed apply statute law, as described above, as the recipients, the law of the country, regardless of whether or not someone agrees with it or claims that some other laws overrule it. The council's actions in administering council tax do not violate the prohibition of slavery, nor do they involve putting people or attempting to put people into servitude or forced labor. Fun stuff. We might have time for one more video today before we get to the Patreon and YouTube member-only stream. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's do this one.
Can't allow you to proceed while you're driving a vehicle.
No, I'm saying I'm parked. I'm pulling up parking now. It seems like you're practicing law from the bench. I'm gonna respect your courtroom, but I disagree. Yes.
Sir, you have to stop interrupting.
Penalty and perjury.
If you stop speaking when I'm speaking.
Your Honor, he's coercing. And since there's no statute of limitation for fraud, you know, he's wasting judicial resources. Honor my counterclaim to dismiss this matter.
So based on the proofs on the record, the court does find that.
You said I'm driving a vehicle. Yeah, you need me to stop? I mean,
I need you to stop, sir. I can't have you driving while you're.
15 seconds, I can pull it back up to my family house.
No, I can't allow you to proceed while you're driving a vehicle.
No, I'm saying I'm parked. I'm pulling up parking now. I'm parking, right? 5 seconds. Okay, I'm done, Your Honor.
You recall in reviewing your business records if a foreclosure was conducted with regard to this property?
Yes, it was.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Okay.
How is that hearsay? What are you talking about? There'd be documentation of it. That's not hearsay. It's a thing he's saying happened, which presumably has business documents.
Overruled. You may respond, sir.
On what grounds? So I could maintain the error for the record when I appeal this, if this don't go accordingly?
Okay, it's a business record, sir. That's an exception from
first-hand knowledge. Was he there at the closing table?
Doesn't need to be. It's a business record that's exempt from hearsay. There are so many hearsay exemptions.
Need to be, sir.
Your Honor, it seems like you're practicing law from the bench. I'm gonna respect your courtroom, but I disagree. I would disagree as tremendous.
He's not practicing law from the bench. He's making judicial rulings on matters of law, which is literally his role as the judge.
So, court reporter, can you please note that the honorable judge, I'm stating he's practicing law from the bench without fact.
The stenographer will write that you said that. That doesn't mean they're gonna agree with it, but whatever.
But your objection is part of the record, sir. All right. You may continue, Mr. Dewhurst.
And is this
All right, this is the last time I'll do a reminder, just because I want to make sure people are there, because I'm excited for it, and I think it'll be fun. It's been a little bit since we did a patron and YouTube member-only live show. We are doing one after the normal stream today. We're going to watch a spooky movie. It will be fun. Cool beans.
true, correct, and complete copy of the sheriff's deed of mortgage foreclosure, to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
And is this sheriff's
Objection, Your Honor.
I haven't picked the movie yet. I think I'm going to grab some options from the public domain horror movies I have saved, and then Chad will probably pick.
Can he vow to that under penalty of perjury? That's the original document.
Your Honor, he stated this to the best of his knowledge.
No, under penalty and perjury, can he contest that that is the original document with the wet blue ink signature? Penalty and perjury.
All right, sir, that's not the question. The question is whether he can identify the document.
Under penalty and perjury, can it be yes?
Sir, you have to stop interrupting.
Penalty and perjury.
You can make an objection, but once you've stated your objection, you have to stop.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
And for the record, Your Honor, I do have counsel coming for this next court date. They obtained, as soon as he get back in the country, he will be jumping in to take care of this matter further. So I'll ask if you just give my counsel some time before any permanent decision is made so they can review these books, all interrogatories, so we can make a fair decision. Because I'm not arguing it's a debt, and I've been trying to honor the debt, Your Honor.
Thanks, Spokane Dog Man. I did read it.
I'm not arguing.
But not out loud.
But that it's a debt. I done did everything possible to honor this debt. They have not been in compliance with it.
And Your Honor, I would object to that, given this would be our third hearing, and he had ample time to get counsel.
Objection again.
All right, let's take one issue at a time, gentlemen. I can't be expected to remember 3 or 4 objections all at the same time. I'm going to overrule the objection on the basis of a business record exception. As to the request to adjourn the matter for Mr. Bay to retain counsel, I'm going to deny that request. Mr. Bay is...
On what grounds, Your Honor? Because I never got served directly.
If you stop speaking when I'm speaking, then I will state my grounds. And so
I never requested that. You stated that, Your Honor. This is my first time requesting any adjournment to bring in incredible counsel who can handle this matter fairly on my behalf.
At this point, I don't even see that you have standing to participate in this case, although I guess we will get to the proof on that issue. So, objection.
So, Your Honor, you don't have my deed of records right there. You don't have me as the deed owner. You don't have me as a certificate owner in the record. I put all that on the record. So for you to say I don't have standing is kind of unfair from my understanding.
And was that redemption date September 27, 2021?
Your Honor, he's coercing. He coercing Mr. Dewhurst.
As a government record and or document recorded with the applicable recorder of deeds for this this document.
Okay. Any objection to that, Mr. Bay?
Absolutely objection.
On what
grounds? Okay, and what's the basis for your objection?
He's a third-party debt collector. He's not a real party in interest, and he has no...
Yes, he is. He bought the debt. That makes... He bought the debt.
First-hand knowledge of any of the affairs that took place with this.
He doesn't need to have it. He has the proof of the debt. He has the promissory note. You agreed to pay back some kind of loan, and he bought the debt. He is now the owner of the debt. So you owe him that debt now. The original person doesn't need to be here.
This mortgage or at this closing table. And that Mr. Dewhurst...
The green guy with the $1 tip says, I object. Overruled.
He's not eligible to bind a corporation. Do he have the status of a CFO or a CEO in that company?
Okay, so the objection is that this witness doesn't have the
first-hand knowledge to any other matters.
Okay, all right. So the objection is overruled.
And has Carrington ever conveyed any of their ownership?
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
What basis, sir?
Rightful owner as the title, rightful owner as complete ownership of the property. Can't just take away my interest like that without facts. You guys still have not had no verification of debt. What you have in your hands, Your Honor, we done reached out. They cannot verify that debt, and they cannot verify that they ever loaned Rachel Brown and Matthew Brown any money for this mortgage. They can't. They can't prove that, and they haven't yet, and I've been waiting. I just want to know if they're a real party in interest, are they a real creditor in the amount, so we could handle any financial obligation if they are yet to prove that. Like you said, I got the deed, and it's sealed by the county records. I have the warranty deed as well, and it's sealed by the county records.
Big Dick Energy with 32 months says, "Hi Hannah, I had to think of something to write, so here it goes. Is Zoom court still a good idea? Seems like people exploit it to waste the court's time. I still think, taken in totality, it is a good thing. I am glad Michigan does it. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a privilege, not a right. So I do think that if there is someone who is being a difficult defendant and clearly trying to just make a mockery of the proceedings, or if they're maybe taking too much, I don't know how to put this, not behaving in a way that fits the decorum of the courtroom, certainly they should have to come in. But I think as a general rule, it allows people who don't necessarily have their own vehicles, or people who have mobility issues, elderly people, the poor, people who are maybe not in the jurisdiction but have some sort of legal matter there. I just think it's easier. I think it's good. It keeps fewer cars on the road, honestly. I think it's overall a good thing. I don't think it should be for every single thing, but Zoom Court overall I think is a really great thing, and it's a tool that should be utilized when it can. But of course, there are limits.
Jackson, can you prove I didn't redeem and attempt to redeem? Can you prove that it has...
That said, sovereign citizens should never be allowed to do Zoom court. The second that they know it's a sovereign citizen, they should probably just make them come in person. Although, I'm a little conflicted on that because my perverse incentives tell me I really wish they wouldn't do that, because then I'd have less content. But that's a perverse incentive, and you should take that away from me.
Has been corresponding and negligence on you guys' behalf?
Overruled.
The property was foreclosed on and Carrington took control of it.
Okay.
Objection, Your Honor. How can you take control over something that...
The one thing that completely baffles...
Boo.
The question...
John.
Taxes in
strategy.
Staying there the last year, and I have the deed and the warranty deed again for the record.
May I ask a question that would help?
You may, Mr. Johnson.
Objection, Your Honor. He's about to coerce him again. The question was clear. He could answer that on his own.
Your Honor,
he said he had 30 plus years of experience. This shouldn't be his first rodeo. He can answer that on his own.
Was there any redemption made by any party during that time?
No.
And none of your reflect...
Objection.
None of your record...
Objection.
And once again, you have not...
What's your objection?
That's not credible. That's not credible.
Sorry, this is not your time to ask questions, Mr. Bay. Mr.
Okay,
Johnson,
let me know when I'm credible to ask questions.
All right. Mr. Johnson, any other questions?
Has Carrington ever conveyed ownership of the subject property to any party?
No.
Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. Matthew Brown, not the owner at the time that they
Mr. Bay, this is your time to ask questions. So if you want to ask any questions to Mr. Dewhurst, you may ask questions to Mr. Dewhurst.
Okay, Mr. Dewhurst. Is it not law that
Dewhurst. No. I shouldn't have done that joke. No one's gonna get that.
15 USC 1692G requires verification of any debt?
Your Honor, object as to relevancy.
Again.
Okay. What's the relevancy, Mr. Bay?
I'm establishing bounds for fraud. And since there's no statute of limitation for fraud, I'm going to make sure if they're not the original creditor, that it's fraud.
You didn't respond to the relevancy or how this is relevant.
The relevancy of 15 USC 1692G, it binds any corporation or anybody who's saying there's a debt or a balance to verify it.
Okay, so this is the time to ask questions, not to argue law.
No,
So
I'm not
do
trying
you
to.
have
I'm asking a
do you have
question. That was
do
a
you have
question.
a question regarding the facts for
Yes.
Mr. Dewhurst?
It's almost like people go to law school for a reason, so they understand that there's a time in the court proceedings where you bring up matters of law, and there's a later time during the trial when you bring up facts. He doesn't seem to know that.
Okay, you may.
Thank you for saying I look cute. I'm very self-conscious today. I'm feeling really bad about myself, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Proceed.
Yes. So again, Mr. Dewhurst, under 15 USC 1692G, do you have to verify a debt?
I'm going to have to object again regarding relevancy, Your Honor. This is, unfortunately, he does not have standing to bring any claims of verification.
Objection. I'm a real party in
Have
interest.
I heard of Hasselhoff's Do? It's a pop ballad? I've not.
Objection, Your Honor. He doesn't have any standing. He hasn't proven he's more than a third-party debt collector yet.
Your Honor, after the foreclosure period ran,
Your Honor, we don't know if this is credible foreclosure. Can I ask my questions, Your Honor?
All right, gentlemen, you cannot speak at the same time.
Next question. So, Mr. Dewhurst, are you conscious of the verification of that letter that been sent to your company twice that I sent with behalf of Matthew Brown and Rachel Brown that they're yet to respond from? My notary sent it.
Sweet Lily Love with 100 bits says, I object to your objection, as it's objectionable. It's like counterspelling a counterspell. It's a real dick move.
The Notary Republic sent it.
Your Honor, I would have to object.
Yes or no?
Sir, you have to let Mr. Johnson state his objection. Mr. Johnson, what's your objection?
Your Honor, she's asking the witness to respond to a vague request if he has any notice, but, you know, I would ask that he would only ask as it relates to the business records, Your Honor.
Objection, Your Honor. I sent that to the Business and Record Department, and I sent it attention to the CFO of the company.
That's an argument. That's not a question. This is a time for questions.
Does anyone else think it's way past?
Shut up, AI voice. Just go away. No one wants you. Go away.
Object. Court connect time.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but YouTube is full of AI slop, and I hate it.
Okay, well, you can't.
Low.
No, that was in the form of a question. You didn't let me finish, Your Honor.
Okay, well, you can't ask multiple questions within the same question.
Okay. Well, Mr. Dewhurst, what was the problem answering the verification of debt?
Don't watch AI slop. Watch my human boutique maid slop. It's much better.
If you have that in the record. So we've been asking for the original.
Objection, Your Honor. He stated that he was not aware of a letter.
You're right. Correct. So I should say then, moving forward, is there a problem producing the original contract with the wet bluing signature from Rachel Brown and Matthew Brown? If you have that in the records.
Okay, so you have a question for Mr. Dewhurst?
The lawyer just shaking his head.
Yes, Mr. Dewhurst. Is it fair to say you cannot prove that the original, you don't have access to the original copy of the note of the mortgage?
Yes, I'm
under
sure.
penalty and perjury, do the company have it, Mr. Dewhurst?
So you may ask another question.
And okay, also, for you, Your Honor, so it's also credible and fair to say he has no firsthand knowledge of anything as well.
Okay, so that's an argument. That's not a question. Okay. So
all right, I'm learning. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Thank you for your patience.
Don't be your own lawyer when you don't know the rules.
So Mr. Dewhurst, under penalty and perjury, can you confirm that your company followed all GAP procedures with this process?
Objection, Your Honor.
So I guess the last question, again, I just want to confirm that Mr. Dewhurst, you have no firsthand knowledge of
it's not relevant
of Carrington Mortgage being a creditor in this loan for this mortgage.
They have the business records that show all of that, which presumably they have offered as evidence in this case to demonstrate that they are the rightful owners of this debt. So it does not matter that this particular counsel for the debt collection company doesn't have firsthand knowledge. You don't need that in this particular instance because there's business records that demonstrate what is being said.
So that's still kind of broad, Your Honor. I want for the record for him to say, are you guys the creditor, or you don't know?
Asked and answered.
No, that's not asking and answer. I'm asking directly, Mr. Dewhurst, is Carrington Mortgage? Can you confirm they're the creditor of this loan or this note, or you don't know? And I'm asking that for lawful reasons.
And so
I'm asking that for lawful reasons. Avoid objections with this one simple trick.
Bidding the highest in the
Just say it's for lawful reasons.
sheriff's sale, what interest does that give Carrington then in this proceeding?
We're then the creditor.
Okay. All right.
Allegedly. So that is true if that's the case. But if, Your Honor, or court, if Carrington can never prove they ever issued anything, is it fair or is it lawful to state that?
You can't ask the witness matters of law, objection. It's not what they're here. They're not here to answer questions of law.
They never have the right to say they hit with the highest bidder with anything.
Any more questions for Mr. Dewhurst, Mr. Bay?
Not at this moment, Your Honor.
Okay.
Not at this moment. I'll let my counsel deal with that.
Okay. Does the plaintiff rest?
Yes, Your Honor. But if I may just conclude with a couple things, if that's okay.
Well,
objection, Your Honor. Statement and brief from counsel is sufficient for summary judgment.
And to show that there was indeed a foreclosure sale conducted on March 25th, 2021.
Objection, Your Honor.
And this is final argument, so that you can't object to that.
Okay, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's almost no circumstance where it makes sense to object during closing. The only time I've ever seen that make sense, Daryl Brooks got objected to, I think, during his closing because he was doing things that were inappropriate for closing. He was trying to introduce new facts to the case, which you can't do in closing. Closing is basically a summation of your story of the facts that have been presented. So yeah, objecting during that's just crazy.
No final state arguments, Mr. Bay?
Yeah, again, Your Honor, you know, he's wasting judicial resources.
The plaintiff is actually
he's wasting judicial resources.
The court, if the words they just
proof
some long, ridiculous game.
Coming with this because again, I have proof.
If I ever did a true crime stream you'd watch, I don't know. True crime is not something I'm like super into. Also, I feel like you have to tread very carefully with subjects like that. Like this gets difficult in fraud enough because it involves like people's livelihoods and life. Like, and quality of life, I should say. True crime involves like murders. I don't want to talk about murder. It's hard to make that fun, you know? It's just, I don't want to be a disrespectful bitch. At least not about that, you know?
Following on record correspondence, we try to resolve this matter. At this time, I would like to bring my counsel in. They'll be back in the States in a couple weeks. And also, Your Honor, can I request that Mr. Johnson put his bond on file? Can I get his bond information? His liability bond for this matter as well?
Okay, no, that's not an issue in this case.
I ask for you to just honor my motion, honor my counterclaim to dismiss this matter because they don't have, it's not a, nobody with real party and interest on this line.
You're thinking true crime, but focusing on like one SovCit's nonsense. Well, the next video I'm working on, that I'm currently working on, is about a sovereign citizen. The video essay, edited video, whatever you want to call it. So there's that.
Right now, no.
Should be up in 2 or 3 weeks, early November.
Nobody with firsthand knowledge is on this court case right now that can speak and contest to what's going on. So with that being said, I ask to adjourn this matter or dismiss this matter because for failure to state a claim upon which relief can be granted.
An individual who's identified himself by the name of Amate Bey claims to have a possessory interest in the
Bay, that's a Moorish citizen appellation, as they call it.
Property, though he did not present any proof on the record today of any interest that would make him have standing to contest this mortgage foreclosure and this suit for possession. So based on the proofs on the record, the court does find that Carrington Mortgage Service LLC does have the right to possession, and therefore a judgment of possession against Amate Bey and all occupants of the premises is granted.
What is my time frame to no? Can you just for the record? So is
so they're getting evicted, which sucks. Probably should have got a real lawyer.
There's no contract with Amate Bey and Carrington Mortgage in this matter, right?
How do I spell the word I just said? Appellation? Is that the word? I don't know. I'm not a good speller. I use spell check. If I had to guess, Appellation. That's a complete guess, though. Not spelled the same as Appalachian. Appellation. I think it's spelled differently. I don't know, though. Not
Sir,
as in, like, Appalachia.
Can I explain?
No, not like the region, I don't think.
In my ruling to you,
I would probably trust Broha. Broha's very well read. So I would probably trust Broha on the spelling.
I just ordered that the Carrington Mortgage would have the right to get an order of eviction, removing all occupants from the premises.
That's fine, Your Honor. I'll make sure it get overruled in a higher court. Thank you.
Okay, all right. That's all for the record. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you,
Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Yeah, this dude is...
My goodness. So not great. Probably don't be your own attorney. I want to cover this coming up at some point, but we haven't really gotten a chance. It's the Amish Birthing Center case. We really haven't gotten a chance to look into this, but this is an interesting case. It is in Judge Middleton's courtroom, and we like Judge Middleton. And this Amish couple, maybe Mennonite. They might just be Mennonite. I apologize if they're just Mennonite, but I think Amish. Could be wrong, but I think Amish. And they were running a birthing center out of their house, and the city was like, you're not allowed to do that without a license. So then they just changed the name to call it a ministry, and they kept doing the same thing. So they're in court dealing with that. And they're doing sovereign citizen stuff to try to justify their illegal birthing center. So, was it a zoning issue? Thank you. There you go. All right, so anyway, we'll maybe take a look at that next time. I have that saved. It's long, so that will be the main topic of that particular stream whenever we get to it. We are, like I said, after this stream in a sec, we're going to do the Patreon and YouTube member-only stream. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Patreon as a paid member or become a member on YouTube. And you should check your patron feeds or your YouTube community tabs for the members-only post. That will be the link to that in about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm going to go grab some food, heat some leftover pizza so I can get something to eat before we get started. And then we're going to hang out and watch a spooky movie together. So it should be fun. Let's see who we're going to raid here on Twitch before we get going. And I should be streaming tomorrow as well. So if you're not a part of, if you're not, why am I blanking? If you're not a part of the Patreon or YouTube member stream, I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry, I'm hungry, and my brain's getting pulled in 1,000 different directions. All right. Have a good night, everyone. See you later. Ooh, I'm hungry. Pizza time. Dude.